It's Late Night Saints in the AM drive time thing. You're all welcome. I'm gonna be as fucking goddamn atrocious as I can possibly think to be. You think you've seen enough? Wait until you see how many buttons are undone on my shirt. That's right, it's Casual Friday over here on this channel with 17 people watching. I'm sure that with my sense of humor, we'll have that down to 6 in less than 10 minutes. It'd be a good time. But welcome, and we've got our usual spate. The usual suspects are here. The Dragon's Blood, the Dina, the Scully Skull Maggot. Dirty Kid is here. And Crab is also here. Welcome, Crab. Also, Jables is here. Hello, Jables. And Jables isn't actually in the room yet. He's waiting patiently. But he'll be here shortly. I did something fucking fantastic today, which reminded me both that I don't miss the world from the before times, which is how we refer to the times before now, the before times, but also, that drinking at home is universally better. I went out to a bar. That's right. I went out to 2 bars. I went bar hopping amid the coronavirus. And, you want to know something? I realized I really didn't miss it. I really didn't. It's like overweight Manchester people who've like strapped themselves up in it's like they duct tape pieces of smaller bits of clothing they wore before they gave up, and they just wrap themselves in all of these various Juicy logos. And then they bring their underage kids out to bars for birthday parties, so that, all the uncles who aren't allowed to be around kids unless it's in public show up with their neck tattoos and shit. And then they get to, Joe Biden their way through a birthday party. It's a fucking phenomenal affair to see, honestly. And to see all of these skanks out there, they're proud of their corona bodies. It's great. It's like, all of a sudden, beach body means, beach whale body, and they're proud of it. You know what? I feel better about that, though, because the thing is getting pussy in this town has never been an easy proposition if you're the kind of person who doesn't have a frequent flyer card at Planned Parenthood to get those tests. And to see them coming out now, and they're like, well, I was fat before, and I'm fat now, but I feel better about it, so are all y'all. There are going to be so many retarded children born from all of this lockdown shit. Not the lockdown shit. It's not going to be the people who are staying together in their homes and fucking and having their awful, sloppy, sort of just sloshing bodies, just bleh, and then they pop kids out in the normal way we've done it. No. This brief respite we have in the summertime when we're told everything is fine, go back to church or the bar. If it's the same thing, for whatever you want to do, go out and do it. The dear leaders told us it's time to return to work. Go back to Panera Bread. Go back to your barista lifestyle. Just get on with it like nothing ever happened. And if you happen to notice that a bunch of people who had senior citizen discounts aren't coming in as much, well, I guess they just moved to Florida. Now, during this brief respite, this brief period of time in which these sad fat cunts are going to be able to clown their way out into public and pretend like life has gone right back to normal despite the fact that they're ordering double orders of fries, they're going to go home and smash out a whole bunch of horrible children. I mean, just fucking wretched, horrible children. And with any luck, the coronavirus will claim most of them. But this is the future I see for us, having gone out and seen what the bar scene is looking like right now. And it's kind of funny, too, because you get a really funny glimpse at what coronavirus Tinder hookups look like. And here's a funny thing. If you fellas are out there wondering why you can't get that, that 7 to 9 level Stacy, you just need a pandemic. Because they get desperate. They get real desperate. And what you need to do is go to your Tinder profile and take your own picture down. No one wants to see this. No one wants that. What you need to do is put a picture of your truck up there. Because trucks impress women like you wouldn't believe. And then you can show up in your fucking Daewoo compact car and explain that was a truck your brother owned years ago. At that point, they're not going to give a shit. They're just going to say to themselves, well, why not? They by this point, they've worn the motor on the Rabbit out. Yeah, like whatever floppy sort of toy they had, when they bought it off of like Amazon, the Chinesium dildo that they've been pleasuring themselves with for so long, the motor on that is completely fried. Because let's be honest, they've been craving it. They just never wanted to let on before. Now you can tell, because if you go out in public and you look at who's out with who, and you notice that they didn't get fat together. No, they drunkenly right swiped, and then this guy copied out enough clever sonnets from the Patrick Stewart Bible of macking to the point where these women were like, I want to spend time with you. This whole thing has given me a lot of perspective, and maybe going for successful men who take care of themselves. Maybe I've been wasting my time because they always ignore me so that they can go back to Fit Lab and hit those reps for Jesus. Maybe what I need is a fat guy with fish lips and a skin condition, and he will appreciate me for who I am and pay the bill without asking questions and not ask where I'm going when all of a sudden I swipe right on someone else. It's a woman's market is what I'm telling you right now. This coronavirus is the best thing to happen to free agent pussy since the Me Too movement, honestly. And I, for one, I find this sort of like liberation, this women's lib shit, as granted it took 100,000 Americans dying to get it, but I mean, let's remember the previous women's lib movement. How many people have they killed? That's right. They didn't count. You have no idea. Loads of them. Children, men, women, minorities, immigrants. Shit, they'd sink like boats in the harbor just to prove that their vagina is not meant to be a clown car, despite what the Catholic Church tells them. So anyway, welcome everyone to Late Night Friday show. I want someone to clip that and send it to Bill Maher and just let him know that's how you do a monologue. Send it to Seth Meyers and be like, look, you're not the only thing to come out of New Hampshire with a mouth. A Jewy mouth, no less. Fuck you, Seth Meyers. I know our penises are shaped roughly the same because we didn't have a choice. So you were born in Bedford, weren't you, you cunt? Anyway, how's everyone doing this Friday evening? Did you survive the week? Did you join me in my coronavirus heart attack experience, which caused the Wednesday show to be delayed? Were you here when Doug Stanhope honestly established the high water mark of this show, leading me to believe that I shouldn't even try anymore? I've peaked at this point. I can go back to washing dishes at Applebee's, if such a thing exists after all of this. So how have you been? Mouth. Flap that wonderful Jew hole. Man, did you catch a single break in a single thing I've said just far? Mouth? No, of course you didn't. You want to know why? Because I don't know how to pace myself. But here we are, 16 minutes into the show. Skull Maggots hosted with a viewer. Lesser Saints of Discord rated me with a party of 10. That should equal 11. Somehow 16 are here. I think we're haunted. So, is everyone excited for news, or would you rather I just keep talking to you? Yeah, you know what? While I continue drinking, I want you all to argue over how many people are here. I want everyone to sound off. That's what I want. Sound off with the Streamlabs. $1 to $20, and I will know you are here. Listen, that government, they can say whatever. I'm here to reopen this economy. I don't care if you're getting unemployment or you're some essential worker who's having to eat shit for $5.50 an hour and get cussed out because you're the wrong color to be in this neighborhood. Let me know you're here. Let me know you're with me. Let me know you're feeling this. Come on. Yeah, we're dropping down to 18 now. Exactly. Listen, I will keep talking without end until it's just me and Jables. You know? I'm that kind of dedicated. I'm dedicated enough to the point I invested an entire 15 minutes in finding material to put on this show before I went live, thinking I could just carry it with my natural charisma, but also at the same time knowing better. So, 19, there we go. Let's fucking get these numbers down. These are rookie numbers. I don't believe this is even going to be a planet until it's nothing more than me and Jables, and we will repopulate it. He will bear me children. Let's just bring Jables in and ask how he feels about bearing me children. I'm going to put my earbuds in. I hope you caught that, Jables. Otherwise, this is going to blindside the shit out of you. Hey, Jables. Oh, he's muted now.
Oh, hey.
Oh, there you are. Listen, I know like
we over this. I have to mute myself because I can talk in the waiting room.
Oh. Well, so how many children are you gonna bear me, Jables?
Am I gonna bear you?
Yeah.
Are we gonna have a junior situation?
What, like Jables Jr.? Absolutely not. Who would want... I mean, listen, even though there will be no other kids on the planet, he'll still somehow end up getting bullied.
Yeah, but how am I supposed to impregnate you?
Oh, my dear Jables, I think you have the wrong idea about how this works.
What do you mean?
I cannot get pregnant, but I can surgically stuff a womb into you. There's going to be tons of dead ones all around. All I gotta do is carve one of those things up, heat it up in a toaster oven, and then just sort of smack dab between your ball sack and your asshole, and I'll turn you into Jamie Lee Curtis.
You're missing the logistics of this. Okay.
Oh, there's logistics.
You have the bigger dick, therefore you are more proper to pass a baby.
Jables, children are not passed like kidney stones. The size of one's dick doesn't... I'm talking about sewing a fucking womb into your body so we can do this properly. I'm not trying to Dr. Zhivago our way to repopulating this planet just so you can avoid having to take one in the throat and explain that to your mom. No. Now, if
by the way, by junior situation, I was talking about the Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito film, which we should watch sometime.
We really should. We really should. You know, well, it's funny because I asked on Twitter. I asked for people
to be honest with you.
Give me examples.
I'm kind of retarded.
It begins Y2KNW here with Team Odd coming in with $2.37. Let's fight this out, kids. I don't care. Like, if you see an odd number and your team even, you throw me money until that shit's even. And Team Odd, same thing. I'm on your side. As long as, well, for momentarily. Anyway, let's move back over to the more comfortable setting. You know, the one in which, you know, we feel like we're really hosting a show here. Oh, that's so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so like you were saying, you want me to put babies up your pee hole.
No, that's not what I was saying at all.
That's right.
I'm saying I want to put babies up your pee hole.
Oh, you want to put babies up my pee hole? Are we talking about docking, Jables?
We might.
I don't think you can. I don't think you
can we really dock? Neither of us have foreskins, so
exactly. It's oh my god, no, that's a phrase I'm going to use from now on. It's like how'd the home repairs go? Oh, it was terrible. It was like two Jews trying to dock, you know. Yeah. Oh, that's man. This
It just
post-COVID
doesn't work.
world. No, this post-COVID world of ours is gonna be a nightmare. Of like Cormac McCarthy could have not imagined a worse place for human beings to exist than what we will make after we make our retarded gay babies. Jables, I'm looking forward to this. Goddamn. Also, I haven't had sex in quite a while, so I mean, I just want you to know it takes several months and high temperatures for me to even consider you.
Well,
But it's been a
I don't
couple
know. I
months
see your
and
house guest right behind you.
No, she's sitting off to the side.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
You
I'm
can't
kidding.
see shit. Oh, are you trying to say that, like, the people who want to come and see me are just my imaginary friends, huh? Has anyone told you that you're a cunt?
Hold on. Yeah.
Okay,
Pretty
good. I just
often,
wanted to make
actually.
sure. Yeah. It's like,
Hold
no,
on,
no,
I'll be right back.
All right, well, Jables is going to do his right back thing. Left here if you want. Don't say shit. I'm handing it to my imaginary friend for anybody who's curious, by the way. I actually just put it down on a side table. I got the most gorgeous side table recently. But that's a lie. It's a piece of garbage. I pulled it out. I'm pretty sure it's got bed bugs in it, but I just feel like I have roommates who like to give me kisses in my sleep now. So, Jables is gone, so naturally the show can get back to being decent. Who wants to see some dumb fucking news? Anyone? Don't all pile on me at once. Don't threaten me with a good time. Yeah, let's get into this. Jables fucked off, and I'm supposed to now just carry this show as though I take it serious. I mean, I take your money. I take your. It's all very serious to me. Very serious. Anyway, so here's a cat with two faces. It's a little cat with two faces.
The mama and crate
All right,
outside because we have dogs.
Oh, well, now I gotta stream this to you because Jables is like gonna be upset if he doesn't get to see the kitty with two faces.
I've probably seen worse.
Like, he probably made worse. It's like, I had cats. I just kept them all in the basement. Eventually, one of them turned into a badger. I don't know how that happened.
All I'm seeing is a YouTube video that you post.
Well, yeah, I was waiting for you, darling.
Oh, okay.
To get the kittens. And so I went out yesterday.
Look at how fucking thrilled all the rest of the family is compared to her, like, bug-ass crazy bitch eyes that he's wishing he picked up on before they got married. Like, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, sweetie. Look, this is why we need to reopen, though, too, because her roots are turning into a fucking hood. It's terrifying.
Morning, and I saw 4 kittens.
Oh.
Oops.
What the
What
fuck? Oh, they fucked it
are
up.
you doing? Sorry, we're gonna have to start over.
Ha! It's like all the late night
There you
hosts
go.
trying to be
so we can see her.
streamers.
We can't see her.
You
No, that's. Oh,
Alright.
sorry.
Go
Do you want me to start over?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
No!
So,
Jesus
we knew
Christ.
the mama was gonna have kittens for a while, and so I've been putting her in a crate. And then yesterday morning when I got up, she
Will you just
had
show us
them,
the
and
freak?
I saw 4 at first, and then I saw she was kind of, or movement behind her, and there was 2 others behind her, and I grabbed one of them, and then I grabbed the famous one here, and I was just like, ah.
Jesus
2 faces.
Christ, honey. Can you please?
And that's it. I don't know.
7 fucking minute video.
There they are.
But I'm still
Look.
trying to figure
It
yeah.
so we can kind
Hang
of
on,
see.
show us
Oh
this
my
shit.
goodness! And you were saying it feeds better out of
here.
Goddamn.
So this one,
Double face. It's like a cat designed by Alex Gray. I love. Oh, okay, yeah.
seems like
Here, we're gonna play it in slow mo. That way, Karen's voice sounds a little more masculine, but also we get more time to look at this wonderful, wonderful kitten of ours. All right, super slow mo. Enjoy this.
it
Look at that baby.
tastes it better, but both mouths move whenever I cheated. They both
It's like Nancy Pelosi
used
Her
describing
husband-
cat birth.
emotion.
Her husband does not give a shit.
Oh no, he's he's like, I thought we were gonna throw that one out. It's broken. And she's like, no, we can't do that.
I thought we were gonna let the weird one of our kids just bust its head with a shovel.
Yeah, it's like, no, she's like, we can't do that. It has two faces. And then he's like, oh, I didn't mean the cat. I meant our, like, you know, our derpy son there. Like, you know, Jiffy Lube is pretty much like the height of his career choices, pretty much. I was just thinking of taking him out with a shovel. We'll just blame it on coronavirus. It'll be fine. You know, how many retarded, like, really just, and I don't mean disabled, but I mean, like, you know, just like, you fucking hate your kids because they're terrible, because they're just like you and your spouse, and you know both of you are terrible. How many of those do you think have been murdered? Like, the coroner comes up and takes some, like, 7-year-old away, his, like, head bashed in with a shovel. It's like, no, it's a pre-existing condition. You got COVID at school. You got it over Zoom. How much is that? Because we're talking, like, we're seeing, like, domestic violence rates are going up. I mean, this bitch punched her cat so hard her kitten grew a second face. This is a fucked up time. And I'm kind of worried about these kids here because I don't know. I mean, I'd rather not change my own oil. I'd rather a 40-year-old man who grows up from this boy in the background and here's another thing, too. His parents are going to raise this two-faced mutant cat like through its entire lifetime. So we're talking like maybe 10 to 15 years of him being even more ignored than he's been thus far. Just because.
Wow.
Yeah.
It'll meow and eat at the same time.
Yeah, they'll meow out of
Meow out
one
of
mouth.
one mouth and eat out of the other.
Meow.
Have you ever seen that compilation of who's the guy that played Riker on The Next Generation?
Jonathan Frakes.
Yeah, he did that show, Believe It or Not, Fact or Fiction or whatever.
Oh, the compilation.
Have you ever seen the compilation
so many
of
of those.
all the intros just slowed down at like 0.5 speed?
Have you ever sat on a ghost? I'm not-
When's the last time you saw a plumber?
I just, you know what I really want? I want like a top tier political candidate who, like, I want us to be locked down in coronavirus quarantine for a long time, right? And then all of our, like, and then we get a political candidate who's like, I want to give health care
I'll be honest with you.
to
I'm kinda retarded.
everyone. And then you find out it's not slow motion. He's just retarded. And then he wins in a landslide. That'd be great. I'm gonna make...
I'm pretty sure we're one stroke away from Biden doing that. So
Oh, Christ. Biden after a stroke. He is the greatest surrogate for Trump ever. Granted, I named this show Blacker Than Biden. But you might... Fucking spoiler alert. I'm going to talk about the dumb shit Biden said at some point. Fuck. I just gave the whole show away.
I'm so happy because we talked about it briefly on the pre-show, but nobody was having as much fun with it as I was. So I think you and I will have a great time talking about this.
We're going to jive better on this one, you and I. You know, it's going to be great. Yeah.
Well,
It's like
you
I've
can't say
said-
that. What are you talking about?
Well, it's, here's the thing. It's like I've been saying since the beginning. I love it too, because on Twitter you'll get these like blue wave imbeciles trying to vote shame you. Like, yeah, you gotta go vote for Touchy Joe, otherwise Touchy Donald's gonna win again. And I'm like, I don't like your society at all. Why would I want to make it better, or at least make the bad come slower? This election, November 2020, is basically going to be a house fire. And you've got two hoses. You've got Joe Biden, a garden hose with only 50% pressure that's not going to do any good. And then you've got Donald Trump, a proper fire hose filled with gasoline. Take your choice.
This motherfucker to the ground.
Burn this motherfucker to the ground, Pookie. Goddamn Patrice O'Neal working at fucking White Castle. He saw the future. We didn't listen. You know, fuck it. I'm gonna just have to die of like, what was it, a heart attack on his part? Wait, that wasn't Patrice?
No.
I could have sworn that was Patrice. No, it wasn't. Oh, fuck,
No,
you're
dude.
right. No, it was the
No,
actor.
Nick, not all black people look the same. Jesus Christ.
Well, listen, I'm just starting to get around to not all gay guys taste the same, okay? So you're gonna have to listen. I'm checking my white privilege at every opportunity. I go down to the airport just to see if Delta will let me pay him $35 to privilege. Listen, you cannot hold that against me because that's by far not even close to the most racist thing I've ever said on this show. So, who was that though? Now
And it's
I'm like, you know, here's you know what I think. No, you know what I think it is.
But he's in a lot of shit.
Oh shit! No, that's right. No, I remember now. I'm just gonna have to
He's
look
been
at
in a lot of
Harold Kumar, go to White Castle, go to UmDB, go to UmDB, and now I'm thinking, I'm starting to remember. Oh my God, it's Natalie Dormer without
I'll be honest
makeup,
with
and
you.
she's still hotter than everyone else I know.
I'm kind of retarded.
I want to say his name is Chris, actually. Anthony Anderson.
Anderson.
Yeah, the Burger Shack employee. Let's burn this motherfucker. You know what? I'm going to stand by it, though. That role... I'm going to stand by this statement in general. Every role, period, would be better played if you fucking... Forrest Gump would have been 10 times that a movie if instead of Tom Hanks, it was just Patrice. Can you imagine that? Patrice O'Neal playing a retarded Southern boy. Like Mama said, life is like a box of chocolates. Fuck you looking at me for? That's what she said. That would be good. That would be good. Anyway, let's watch a...
Patrice.
Yeah, that's the worst thing is like, you know, like why did they have to take Patrice? Like why couldn't it have been Cat Williams?
Did you ever? Oh Jesus! Or Wanda Sykes.
I'd keep Wanda
you
Sykes
ever-
long before Cat Williams, to be honest with you.
Did you ever hear
Wait.
the story about how Patrice found out he had diabetes?
No. How did this happen?
He found out he had diabetes. Well, the first sign that got him to go and get checked out was he had this chick over and he was pissing in her mouth, and she was like, "Your piss tastes like birthday cake."
Yeah, that might be kind of a red flag right there. Otherwise, it's
Yeah.
just one of those
So
things.
he
Like,
So he got checked out.
so I got checked out, and I was really disappointed because I just thought I had the best taste of piss on earth. You know, like that. I could see Patrice too. Not, like he doesn't even give a fuck. He's diabetic. He's just pissed that like it's not like his piss just doesn't naturally taste like birthday cake. You know.
He did make a bit about it.
Oh, fuck! How would you not? Shit, it's like first off, you're hooking up with a girl, and she's like pee in my mouth, and like, all right, shit, and it tastes like birthday cake. Like I might have made a mistake with you. Like, yeah, of course you're gonna come up with a bit about that. What? Oh, now Jables is too loud because I raised the volume on my end. Everyone's always complaining about my volume level.
So
I need my own. I need my own personal Jamie, and a $300 million Spotify contract, which, I mean, fuck it, because I really don't give a shit about most of these news items. So we got this cat with two faces. Congratulations, your water's bad. Yeah,
Where did this happen? Flint, Michigan?
right. No, it's in Albany. It's in Albany. So, you know, yeah, it's like it's like I'll let my kitty drink out of the sink for fucking all the time she's out of the toilet for the whole time she's lived here, and then she just spat a double kitten out. It was amazing. It's like, what about like double paws? No, it had two faces, and it's slowly gonna suffer before it suffocates because its windpipe doesn't work right. Oh, it's adorable. Yeah, no, that's a worthwhile. That's heartwarming, right? Well, then we also got this. Well, we got this story here. Scientists say they went cuckoo, meaning they had their wives fuck Brad at last, due to laughing gas and penguin poo. So apparently a bunch of penguins shitting in one spot. This might be why they hang out together. They're just high. It's like, you're like, penguin, why are you living in Antarctica? It's terrible there. I don't know. I don't mind. So, yeah, levels of nitrous oxide, more commonly known as laughing gas, are given off by a colony's feces was about 100 times higher than in a fertilized
Wait.
field.
Time out. Are you saying that penguin shit gives off nitrous?
Nigga, I'm saying penguin shit gets you high. No, that's where I'm going.
I have
We're
a
there.
lot of reasons to have a pet penguin beforehand, but you just solidified it.
Yeah, no, no, it's not. No. You don't want a pet penguin. You want a colony. Because you got to build it up, you see. It's important. Professor, I was going to call him Professor Burr, which I like, but Professor Bo Elberling from the University of Copenhagen. By the way, that's not to be confused with the city. It's actually like a Trump university sponsored by the Dip people. Said the truly intense amounts of nitrous oxide exhumed was enough to send someone completely cuckoo. I know it says cuckoo, but I can't read that word any different anymore. It's truly intense.
Yeah, the internet ruined you.
Well, yeah. Well, no, the internet ruined me, but I also love the fact too. I'm listening to so I'm reading this thing here about a scientist who's breathing in all this nitrous from penguin shit, and he's talking about it like I'm hearing like Joe Rogan. Like, have you ever done DMT? That's super intense. Like, it's truly intense. Not least because nitrous oxide is.
At least read his quote. At least read his quotes in the nitrous voice.
Oh, yeah. It's truly intense.
Yeah, there we go.
Not least because nitrous oxide is 300 times more polluting than CO2.
After nosing about in the guano, the term given to the excrement of the seabirds. Oh, thank you. No one's ever seen Ace Ventura 2. Fucking Sky News. I love how like these British tabloids like this, they just think that their people are the most like backwards retarded people who can somehow still read English that exist, and then you get on the internet and you find out that it's true. After nosing about the guano for several hours, one goes completely cuckoo. So basically, like, these researchers are like, hey, I think that penguin shit gets us high. Really? Why? I don't know. I just kind of felt... I'm going to go do research tomorrow, okay? Well, all right. I'll be researching this Antarctic cocaine right here, so looking forward to your results. How's that penguin shit happening? Yeah, so he goes rooting around in it, and he ends up... And then one begins to feel ill and get a headache. The small nitrous oxide cylinders that you see lying and floating around Copenhagen. So, we've just learned something, everyone. Copenhagen is a city with a very serious nitrous problem. It's crazy teenagers. They're just like, oh, yeah.
Dude, when I was working at Walmart, I had these teenagers come up to me and they were like, hey, do you know where we can find whippets? Legally, I can't tell them like where they are. So I was just like, hey, do you mean whipped cream can refill canisters? And they're like, no, whippets. Do you mean whipped cream can refill canisters?
The kids are like, why are you winking at me, mister? I'm not into that kind of thing. It's like leaning in like...
So finally, one of them finally got the smarts, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're looking for those." Okay, it's right over there in the home department, aisle 3.
They're like, "Thanks, mister. Also, you know where I can get any crack?" At that point, Jables is just like,
Right
of course
here.
I do. Of course I do. You don't know who you're talking to. And that's when I gave those kids heroin. And they smoked that heroin. They thought it was crack cocaine, because I turned the heroin into little balls using Gorilla Glue. And I let it dry and harden, and I let these kids smoke it. And those are dead kids now, but I'm no longer bothered with stupid questions about how to buy whippets.
Well, of
You're
course, they fucked up my ice cream display too, so they can fuck off.
Exactly.
Duh.
Jables is working on the best display you've ever seen. Like, it's the kind of thing like, you ever walk into a retail store and you see a whole bunch of products put into a display by somebody who was tasked to do it 2 hours ago and then spent 20 minutes throwing it together at the last minute, and you say, it's a work of art. He was almost there, except these little fucking crackheads had to show up, so he had to poison them like rats in a barn. What else are you gonna do? Exactly. Anyway, apparently you can get high as fuck off of penguin shit. There's I kind of want to turn around. I want to send a bunch of like this penguin shit nitrous. Like, I want to collect it and put it in a tank, and I want to send it to like the OAN and the Jack Probiotic PSIC people, and like send it to Glenn Beck and shit. And be like, if we don't combat climate change now, that high is a thing of the future. No, sorry, thing of the past. No, you'll have to get artificial government issued nitrous hits, you fucking fiend. We need this organic penguin shit. We need to bring Club Penguin back. How about that? Yeah. Club Penguin. Used to be hacked so it could be a bunch of kinky penguin sex shit. Now it's all this. It's like the new Silk Road. I'm seeing a bright future. Yeah. I think we need to start a GoFundMe, actually, so that we can buy the IP for Club Penguin. And we need to just, like, put it on the dark web. And you can still play it like Club Penguin, except you're actually just milling around making, like, dirty deals for, like, illicit arms or, like, slaves or drugs and shit. Because who's going to go after cartoon penguins, you know? They're the best thing ever. Like, is this a human trafficking ring? No, sir, it's an online multiplayer game.
I'm seeing a bright future with deep voices. In case anybody in the audience doesn't know, when you do nitrous, it does the opposite of helium and it makes your voice deep.
Yeah, and actually for you younger millennials and you Gen Zers looking to make a big splash on the SoundCloud there, let me give you a little hint. Penguin shit is actually all organic auto-tune. Yeah. You can sing those deep notes. You can sing deeper notes than you thought you could.
I just had a thought, like, what if we start a trend of SoundCloud rappers huffing penguin shit so that they can get the right voice?
Y'all, I got the shit of the birdie. Makes me all wordy. Oh, genius! Bellissimo! Yeah, I'm liking it.
Better make it on the Lil Sniffles album.
No, I should fucking hope so. I mean, like, I hope we can graduate from Spotify to SoundCloud. Like, that's where the big money is, apparently. Get on there, like, and welcome. I want it. All right, everybody. Joe Rogan's Future Podcast. Like, Spotify just starts leaning on them hard. They're like, no, you didn't read your contract. You have to do what we say. So now you got to bring our new music act on. It's like, oh. And we're live. Before we go live, reincarnated Mahatma Gandhi. We're gonna have a music track here from Lil Puffin. Lil Puffin, take it away.
By the way, do you want
Lil Puffin.
to talk about that Joe Rogan soundtrack? That Joe Rogan SoundCloud contract.
Oh yeah, I'm down. Cause after this, listen, I'll burn through the one last item, then we'll make fun of the last one. You remember that bar the dude built? We got another one. Because this is what married life takes you to. You need to get out of the house and away from that bitch. You loved her once, but you wonder why. This guy built, look at this fucking dope-ass man cave of a tin shed he did, though. Holy shit. I love coronavirus. It's bringing the Tim Taylor out of all of the men, the previously emasculated men, the kind of men that people like Roosh V and Paul Joseph Watson, two very masculine alphas, have decried and derided for so long. Now the real men are coming back, and they're escaping their families with alcoholism and construction projects. I'm
You know
excited.
what makes Tim the Toolman Taylor an alpha?
Hmm.
He doesn't say he's a fucking alpha.
That's right. Oh my God! Wait, can I leave it? I can. Oh God! 2020 will be 2020 will be the year I can finally stop feeling bad about abandoning my family. If I could spell right, abandoning my family, as it seems all other true alphas are doing it. Pump and dump 2020. It's the truth that Corona hath revealed. That's right. For the purpose of this, every comment I leave on the mirror.co.uk now will be the absentee father who told his 4-month-old he was going for cigarettes, realized it didn't matter, and just left. You're welcome, Internet. So yeah, what are we thinking about this Joe Rogan business?
I think it's against his principles.
Okay.
I think it's very out of character. I think Elon Musk replaced Joe with a robot.
Okay, hang on. Let's keep running with this. This sounds pretty solid. I mean, you know, I'm no journalist or anything.
I'm joking about the I'm joking about the robot thing, but the rest of it.
But you're
'cause
sure
he's always talking
Elon?
about how it's-
What do you think?
Huh?
Elon had anything to do with it?
No.
You don't think? You don't think? Okay.
Joe's always,
Well,
Joe's
Mouth
always
is
talked
asking.
about, having his podcast available to everybody everywhere.
Yeah.
And him going, or like him going on Spotify, that's not a big deal. But him going exclusively Spotify, that just seems out of character for him. So I don't know what's going on really.
Yeah, but then you hear then you hear like $100 million, and you're like, haha, my character is
No,
also for sale.
That's a misconception. The deal is worth over $100 million. That includes like ad revenue, more people signing up to Spotify, things like that.
Well, I mean, you know,
It's
did
not
you catch?
just you're not paying him over $100 million.
Well, did you catch? Oh yeah. All right. So, Mouth, just to catch you up here. Yeah, Joe Rogan signed an exclusive deal with Spotify. He's going to be bringing his podcast over there. There's going to be like a gradual transition. So, for a while, you'll be able to get it on Spotify and other places, and then the idea is by the end of the year, it'll only be exclusively available on Spotify. And then I guess he backtracked a bit and said that he'll release clips on YouTube, right? And if
No,
any
that
of
was
you,
part of his initial announcement. So
oh, okay, yeah, all right. So, well, no, I mean, well, it's funny that, well, I don't know if you caught it, Low Res Wonder Bread, because like he actually blew up. Like he got a lot of like clicks, a lot of attention, and even the attention of Mark Maron when he did his like mini documentary on the fall of WTF. And
I didn't watch that.
oh, it's really good, and it's not. This is like he the thing I like about Low Res is like, you know, he respects the media. He respects media and media culture and creativity and you know, comedy and all of it. He respects it enough to like. Yeah, he's not like an internet douchebag where he's like, I fucking hate this guy because he tweeted this thing. And he did this, and it was funny. And like in his examination of Maron's podcast, he looked at the fact like Maron peaked when he had Obama on. But the thing was, is like the signs of the change from it being, you know, a fun comedian's podcast where he's just talking to any old interesting person that he can, to this, you know, more serious, like, oh, I'm going to get like, you know, and I'm going to get columnists, I'm going to get journalists, I'm going to get politicians and shit on here, right? Like a more serious, you know, grown-up show. And the thing was, is like Mark really did go as far as he could. And then it's one of these things like, okay, you have the president on your podcast that you're doing in your garage. Where do you go from there? And he was pointing out in this new mini doc. It's only like 10 minutes too, but he was pointing out in his mini doc. He's like, all right, Joe's a guy who's in his 50s. He's perpetually tried to deny the cultural influence or even the size of his, reach and platform. And he points out an interesting question. He's like, well, if you look at his numbers, he's gotten to a point where he's getting like millions upon millions of downloads a month now. Yeah. That is kind of a peak. And at his age, right? At his age, and he's looking at moving out of LA now. Like, it does kind of make sense, even if it, like, potentially, let's say somehow it kills the podcast in its form, like, it's no longer the biggest thing on earth. Like, if he's cashing out to the tune of $30 million a year in his pocket, and it just means he has to spend a few years on a different platform before either going back or just giving it up, it does kind of make sense. He's been doing this for, 11 years now?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, 11 years. He created the biggest podcast in the world. And Lorez points it out brilliantly. He sees it a lot in his interview with Tom Green. There's multiple points in his interview with Tom Green where Tom Green tries to tell him about how, how you must feel this enormous responsibility. All these millions upon millions of people are listening to you, and you're talking to the most important people, and you're shaping opinion. And every time he tries to do that, Joe kind of obviously tries to change the subject. And he's like, no, what the fuck? No, I don't feel like that. And I kind of wondered, Joe Rogan being who Joe Rogan is, like, I don't think he ever wanted that. And I kind of have to wonder if he's not just, maybe this is just not an act of, like, honest and frankly respectable cashing out after a really good run so that he doesn't have to crash as a cultural icon.
Well, he's always said there's also the issue of Spotify will let him play clips of things without automatically getting a strike from YouTube. So that's something to think about. Like the last 6 months, he's been like, it's constantly been, can you pull it up? Oh wait, no, we can't. Yeah. Never mind.
Oh, we can't run that. Oh, we can't show that.
That's something to bring into the conversation as well. So I'm not going to say that. He said he's not going to have politicians on his show anymore, except maybe Tulsi Gabbard, but not as a politician, as a friend.
Well, yeah. Well, him bringing if he brought Andrew Yang back, I wouldn't. If I tuned in to listen to him talk to Andrew Yang and it got into in the weeds policy shit, I'd be like, what a waste. Because Andrew Yang is genuinely a fucking charming fucking dude. Just. Mm-hmm. I would rather listen to Andrew Yang on a podcast than fucking than fucking Elon any day. And I'm not saying Elon's not an interesting guy, but I'm thinking also because of the fact that he just had a kid with what I'm guessing is probably a crazy woman. I'm guessing he's not sleeping too well right now. Just a hunch. Elon Musk shows up 2 days after his first child is born or some shit. And he's like, this on top of being famous for spending 45 hours in a single day working on 9 different projects. And now he's got, I don't know that Elon, I don't know that we're getting full Elon, or maybe we're getting full Elon, It's like after someone peaks on acid and they're coming down and they just let you see their true selves.
I want to see Elon on Joe Rogan's podcast on the last day of a 2-week vacation.
Yeah, we have
Joe to being so nervous about how dumb he might be in front of Elon.
Yeah. Well,
that combination of things would make an excellent podcast.
Yeah. And it'd also be nice because if we got Elon Musk after an actual period of relaxation where he actually decompressed, we'd have a control group to base it on. So it's all right, weed smoking Elon versus grandma should die so we don't have to have economic problems Elon versus I spent 2 weeks just getting high in the Azores on my own private island, not answering calls. Wow. And yes, crap, listen, I would love to see me on Joe Rogan's podcast too, but you got to keep in mind, like, this is a guy who has people like Tim Pool, Sargon of Akkad. He had David Pakman on twice. Like, you need some serious numbers before your ideas or comedy are worth a shit. So, let's all just get some perspective here.
Joking.
What was that?
You're 1 degree from Joe Rogan. I'm just saying.
Well, in a way, yeah. I mean, the fact that I have talked to Doug Stanhope once means that Joe Rogan and I are practically cousins at this point. Yeah, no, I'm feeling that. I'm gonna write to Jamie and say that.
I'm saying.
Actually, shit. Here's a funny thing though, because technically I was, and you were too. But I've been featured in a bit of media. Granted, it was my own self-produced media, but I was in self-produced media featuring Doug Stanhope. Doug Stanhope was in the show Louie with Louis C.K., who was in Trumbo with, let's see, we can go Bryan Cranston, we can go John Goodman. I just watched it the other night, and I can't remember anyone else who's in it. But let's just take those two. Now, how many degrees away from Kevin Bacon am I now? This is after being in a movie with Crispin Glover. Yeah, this is also I once I performed oral sex on Al Sharpton, but that's neither here nor there. But my point is that I'm closer to Kevin Bacon than I've ever been before, thanks to that Tuesday appearance. And I've asked Doug if he wanted to come on a couple times, and he says yes, but not tonight. I'm too fucked up, and don't ask me this far ahead of time. So yeah.
Well, he told you ask him an hour, 10 minutes before the show.
Yeah. Well, I loved it too because I tried giving him advice yesterday. I mentioned this on the show yesterday, but I was trying to say like, hey, you should consider like live streaming your podcast and doing a Streamlabs thing and make more money. And he's like, I can't do your show tonight. And I'm like, oh, that got kind of blurry as you were reading it. I guess. All right, cool, it's fine. But I'm not inviting you on tonight. I'm just saying, hey, I had an idea. You can make more money. And then I was listening to the last podcast they put out too, and when Chad was saying, like, people are saying, like, you should start a Patreon. And he's saying, I should. Why would I do that when I'm pushing all these other Patreons? I'm like, wait a second. I was telling you on Twitch the other day, why don't you have a Streamlabs? It's a great way for people to make horrible comments and great jokes and such. Come on, let's get to it. Oh, Mouth, you missed it? Yeah. No, we're in new territory, man. We're leaving the skeptic world behind. And we're embracing the world of people who are actually talented. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Kevin's coming back on soon, too. I'm going to drag his ass on, especially now that he knows it's not like a press interview and it's like, no, you need to come here and drink and do stupid shit with us. And we'll call the Pentagon, and we'll call the Department of Weights and Measures, and we'll we'll make accounts for every conceivable news site and give our worst takes on their dumbest stories. Huh?
Yeah. By the way, audience, I'm very disappointed in you when Big Lou was on here. I'm the only person that had like a legitimate Q&A question, and everybody else was just like, "Oh, hi."
Well, I mean, in fairness, like, you had that Q&A question because we watched all 10 episodes of this show in a marathon, and there was only 4 people who
I don't even remember what my question was.
Yeah, I do. No, it was about the black and white chick, wasn't it?
No, that was a Streamlabs joke question that I tried to do so that he would lighten up a little bit.
All right, which one is yours then?
My question was, is there any pre-production going on during the shutdown? Like, are people working on writing, or are you still waiting to see how the show goes?
Yeah. Which, by the way, they did get renewed. They got renewed. Season 2's coming out. So.
Yeah, they're working on writing it still, but yeah.
I can't, I mean, it almost feels unfair of me to say this because, I mean, I don't know the guy from Adam, but I just get this feeling like, what's the name of the main actor on that show?
I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah.
He's never talked to me.
Yeah, well, no, it's like he's a good actor and he's got comedic
Bigly's the main
timing.
actor in my yeah. Bigly's
know.
the main actor in my opinion at this point.
Yeah, well, no, well, honestly, too. You know what I regret not asking though, and I'm gonna have to see if I can reach out and get a hold of him. The guy who played the AI butler, that the goofy ginger guy, who's like chasing them out the bush. He's like, you can't go in there. That guy, his timing was just so perfect, and I'm like, I kind of lament not asking Kevin, like, all right, like, how was it getting through scenes with him? Because just watching those
especially
scenes,
that scene where he got a piggyback ride from him, so that he could get in the hot tub.
yeah, and that's the thing is, like, when you watch him in those scenes, though, you see that specifically that actor, you see how thoroughly he jumps into it. Like, everything is an improv exercise for him, and you can tell there's like it's pure yes and then with him. Right? And I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, that's probably the guy when you were doing the scenes with him, like, he wouldn't even fuck around. But no matter what he did, like, you would be cracking up and they'd need to go back to one. And it's like, oh, I'm sorry. No, keep doing what you're doing. It's my fault. I fucked up. You're just too good at this. I'm going to have to get that weird dude on here because I have a feeling he'd probably have a lot to offer Amazon.
Let me see. His name is Owen Daniels.
Let's try something, Jables. We'll work it out later, but instead of me reaching out to him, because I usually do it when I'm drunk, and I tend to think, hey, I'll write a funny email. That'll get their attention. Then the next day when I'm sober, I'll be like, oh, I did that. Yeah, I'm never talking to that person. Go back.
Yeah, I deleted tweets today.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll try it in a way like, you can write as, like, and in fact, do you have jablesboogly@gmail.com yet? Or do you have jables@jablesboogly.com yet? See where I'm going with
I
it?
think I have Jables at lessersaintsofdiscord.com.
Really? If you've got
Sometimes
that.
I get drunk and I buy domain names.
Yeah, no, I've been there too. Actually, what a funny thing is you remember the
I'll send you what my email is.
yeah. Well, you remember the promo I did where I was selling that bottom shelf privacy like internet privacy redneck internet privacy service where like we'd even send someone out to like literally just look over your shoulder while you're on the phone and tell you not to sign up for shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good one. Oh yeah, no, sorry, where I was going with that. Anyway, I actually went and bought molestmenot.com for like $12. I completely forgot about it, and I keep meaning to do something with it, but I keep getting these update emails from GoDaddy like, "Hey, we're gonna auto renew molestmenot.com. Is that cool?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't want to pay for that. I'll tell them not to later." And then I get an email like, "Congratulations, you own molestmenot.com for another year." All right. I should probably do something with that. I own like 4 or 5 domains now. I don't even remember what the joke behind like 2 of them are. So, like, all right, cool. That works. I'll just have to get like Commenticket on here.
Oh, yeah. You should give molestmenot.com to Commenticket. He could have some fun with that.
Oh God, yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is he's also like, what I really want to do.
No, wait. Here's what you should do. You should do with molestmenot.com. You should have it redirect to a child pageant site.
Oh God, wait, hang on. Is there a GoFundMe out there for Bill Cosby? Hang on. Something like that. That'd be worth. Oh my God. See, this is the thing. This is why I was even today. I was thinking like, what the fuck? Well, I need to make more promos. I said that before, and I stand by it now. But like even looking back, trying to find that one, I'm like, oh wait, that's right. I remember.
Finally, after years, I've made mouth laugh.
Yeah, I just remembered. You guys remember the Cats trailer we recut, right?
Oh, no, I don't remember that.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck it. Like, we'll watch that together now, cause
Oh.
I'm so far beyond driven. Wait, no, that's a Pantera CD. You know what I mean. But yeah, let's check this out together.
Yeah, 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 Yo, get it twisted. This rap shit is mine, motherfuckers. Fucking yeah. Fuck what you heard. It's what you hearing. It's what you hearing. Listen. It's what you hearing. Listen. It's what you hearing. Listen. X gon' give it to you. Fuck, wait for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to you. Knock, knock, open up the door, it's real. If the non-stop pop out, stainless steel. Go hard, getting busy with it. But I got such a good heart that I make a motherfucker wonder if you get it. Damn right, and I do it again. Cause I am life, so I got to win. Break bread with the enemy. No matter how many cats I break bread with, I'll break who you sending me. You motherfuckers never wanted nothing but your life saved. Bitch, and that's on a life day. I'm getting down, down. Like a nigga said, freeze. I won't be the one ending up on his knees, bitch, please. If the only thing you can't steal was came out to play, stay out my way, motherfucker. We gonna rock, then we gonna roll, then we let it pop, don't let it go. X gon' give it to ya, he gon' give it to ya. X gon' give it to ya, he gon' give it to ya. First we gonna rock, then we gonna roll, then we let it pop, don't let it go. X gon' give it to ya, he gon' give it to ya. X gon' give it to ya, he gon' give it to ya. He ain't never gave nothing to me, but every time I turn around, cats got their hands out, wanting something from it. I ain't got it, so you can't get it. Let's leave it at that, cause I ain't with it. Hit it with full strength. I'm a jail nigga, so I face the world like a girl in the bullpen. You against me against you. Whatever, whenever, nigga, fuck you gon' do. I'm a wolf in sheep clothing. Only nigga that you know who can chill. Come back and get the streets open. I've been doing this for 19 years. Niggas wanna fight me, fight these tears. I put in work and it's all for the kids. But these cats done forgot what work is. They don't know who we be looking. They don't know who they see. Nigga, first we gonna rock, then we gonna roll, then we let it pop, don't let it go. X gon' give it to ya, he gon' give it to ya. X gon' give it to ya.
It matches up way too well. I remember when we discovered
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
That
and
was,
the weirdest thing to all of that, guys, is that like we didn't change anything. We literally just put the song on and put it on the video, and it turns out it's like Dark Side of the Moon. It matches up with anything you can imagine. Wow. Isn't that
We
fun?
did it with a few other songs, but that one was the funniest.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, yeah, but just like when I look over these promos, I'm like, God damn it, why don't I do more? Oh wait, I'm lazy. That's right. Oh, now I'm just hoping to like find another really poppin' one to show so I can fill up more time. Oh, you remember the loot crate one, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
That was a good one too. I love it too because I look back through our videos. Apparently they cut them off after a year, so it's like the last thing that was on our channel was Habib, and like I don't know. No, now that's why I'm on a watch list, I guess. Shit. Anyway, let's go on.
If you exist on the internet and you aren't on a watch list by now, I'm disappointed in you.
Yeah, honestly. Especially those of you out there with kids. You let your kids jump on the computer, they go and play Roblox for a little bit, and then they go to bed, and you jump on Pornhub and forget to use an incognito browser. All of a sudden, all that strap-on shit is combined with, how do I buy Robux? And yep, congratulations. You're getting a knock on
Sounds
your
like you're
door.
speaking from personal experience.
Oh, no, I always remembered using incognito browser. Jables, Jesus Christ. You think I don't know how to watch porn on the internet? Fuck. Who do you think I am? Do you think I survive? Like, do you think I just survive in the spank bank? No, I need to. It's like that. It's like Jim Jeffries said before he stopped being funny. I'm watching porn, which for me at this point is pretty much just two women punching each other. I'm like, I know what you mean. I like, yo, bro, check this porn out, isn't it hot? It's like, oh no, I don't like watching that nutsack flap back and forth. Also, she looks like she's enjoying it. I can't.
There's also that there's that Ultimate Fighter porn series.
Oh,
I don't know if you've seen it. Pretty much two chicks, they just fight each other.
Oh, the wrestling. Yeah. They sexy wrestle and play
They're
with
an
each
octagon
other's
and everything.
boobs and clits and shit, and like, and then the winner gets to fuck the loser. Oh, I actually, my buddy, who's, I'm gonna bring him on the show. He's like, he's not a comedian. He's a really funny bass player. I know I've lost half of you already, but no, I mean he was the bassist for this metal band. He was the bassist for this metal band called Goratory, and they toured Japan and like Europe and shit. And, like, I grew up with this kid. He's like a family friend. And he showed me this video when they were in Japan of how you can buy anything out of vending machines, from, you know, ordinary shit we think of, to cars, to prostitutes, to panties, to mini kegs of beer. And we're not talking like it's in a special location. It's like those old cigarette machines used to be back in like the 80s and shit. You just walk into some shitty restaurant, and before you get to the hostess stand, there's a machine you can get your cools out of. They have those, except you can get pony kegs from them. And well, I was gonna bring
like a true pony keg, or like one of those Heineken mini kegs.
Either.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
You can get either of them. Yeah, I'm gonna be bringing him on the show soon to talk about something that I was thinking about before I got on that tangent. What were we talking about, Jables?
Promos. I don't know. We were just shooting the shit.
Well, that didn't work out at all. Anyway, well, he's gonna come. I'm gonna have him come on the show and talk about that stuff. And fuck, there was a real point to that.
Yeah, I lost it. You lost me at pony kegs. I got distracted. My bad.
Yeah, no, I did too, because I just kept thinking about the prostitute. No, hang on. Here's the thing: is the prostitutes you can buy out of these things? They stand on these platforms, and you can cycle through them in this big line, and it just brings this Japanese girl up, and you're like, credit card and mine. And then you take her panties off, and for some reason, it's still like digitally blurred out. It's the weirdest thing. You just can't look. Wait, Pornhub? Hang on. We got to talking about Pornhub, then porn, then women punching each other.
Wrestling chicks.
My bass player buddy got to go to one of those live lesbian porno wrestling events. He loved it, but the thing was, is apparently,
we found it.
yeah, look, it always we get back around to the things eventually. Now the funny thing, the thing he was telling me about that though is like, so like I love watching those videos, but I really don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about wrestling. It's like, oh cool, look, she's got her in a headlock, she's going to tapping that mouse button, go for it. Great. What I want to see is the really raunchy shit that happens afterwards, because that's always the most fun. That's why you tune in. But apparently, even when you get to that point, if you're sitting in the audience around like a full audience, like everyone just cracks the fuck up the whole time. So like you got a hot ass lesbian three-way going on where they're just putting this girl on a spit with like two fucking like, you know, fucking like plumbing pipe sized giant rubber dicks at either end. And everyone's just like and it's not even because they're awkward, it's just because it's a funny thing to watch.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I need to reestablish a Pornhub account. I need to go over to those videos, and then I need to be like 10 out of 10, laugh my ass off. Just the highlights reel, you know? It's like, and the highlights reels are great. I'm not, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not even going to pretend I don't watch lots of that shit. I do. I have been to the summit. I have seen the promised land, and it was so boring. I just needed, just like lesbian violence. It's about the only thing that gets me going anymore. And when you watch the highlights reel, it's fucking hilarious because they show the highlights reel of the wrestling as though it's like a real sporting event. Yeah. So it's just like two naked white chicks grappling with each other, and like one's like, I got your titty. Like, oh, that was a good move by her. I agree. It was a wise move. I would have done the same thing. Yeah, and then you get to the end part, and it's just like, yeah, and it's just them ravaging each other with, fucking Chinesium plastic. Fuck yeah, I'm down for that.
Hold on. I have to address this real quick.
Yeah.
Crab, you say you don't know anyone who's a prostitute. Did you go to public school? Because I guarantee one of those chicks is a prostitute by now.
Yeah, do you know any strippers, Crab?
My graduating class was 45 people, and 2 of those chicks ended up being prostitutes. So I guarantee
it was honestly the best ratio in the whole county too. I mean, I still remember. See, like I've known loads of hookers. I've only paid for sex with. Well, I didn't pay for it, but I've only had paid sex with a hooker once. Now, I did get to fuck a dominatrix for free because I bought her a bunch of drinks and then found out after the fact she was only 19, but they let her in anyway. All right, fine. I'm leaving for New Orleans in 2 days. I don't care. And yeah, it's funny when like a dominatrix like, what's your fantasy? I'm like, I don't want to know where this goes. But let's just fucking see what happens. But no, I mean, other than that, though, the funniest thing, like most prostitutes I know are like strippers. And like, it's funny, in the North, when a stripper's a hooker, it's usually because she's got a drug problem. She'll like turn tricks, give you a handy in the parking lot for some Klonopins or something. And then you get down south, you go to New Orleans, every strip club you go to is a brothel waiting to happen. Every fucking one of them. And God bless them. I love them for that. Because if there's one thing I hate in this world, it's pretext.
Well, yeah, that's how Cardi B started getting big. Is she just drug rich and take all their money?
Yeah. And I mean, Jables, you and I both know. I mean, I'm actually looking forward to VidCon next year. I'm thinking if I could swallow enough paste, I might get a deal with Raid Shadow Legends. Who the fuck knows? It would be amazing. And yeah, Y2KNW, if that's what makes you plan a trip to New Orleans, the fact that all strippers are potentially prostitutes, well, God bless you, sir. Okay? That's going to be a struggling economy. It's gonna be a struggling economy after all the shutdowns. There's gonna be a lot of single moms whose food stamps got shut off, who need cash stuffed in their orifices so they can go and get the baby formula to feed the child spawn offspring of the last John, who got a little too excited and kept that condom in his wallet and dried out just the wrong spot. You, sir, are paying Louisiana child support without even knowing it, and God bless you.
Yeah, and also, Y2KNW, if you run into a stripper in New Orleans that isn't a potential prostitute, they'll point you in the right direction if you just ask nicely.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I've told this story before.
There's no other way you can ask.
All right, I'm going to tell this story real quick, and then we're going to play the videos I got paid to play, and go over the Streamlabs and shit. But my first time in New Orleans, this is before I moved there, when I was down there with my friend who will be... on the show at some point, provided he never catches the fact that I told this story. But no, I get down there, we're hanging out, and he's like, yeah, dude, you want to go to an industry party? I'm like, yeah, what, like film industry party? He's like, yeah, let's go. So we get down to the Irish Channel, and there's this fucking gorgeous, like when you picture a rich person's house in New Orleans, the big columns, the sweeping staircases, had all that shit. Had a courtyard in back. And we show up, we're already kind of hammered and very stoned. And neither of us has any interest in mingling because, you know, everyone's like industry people. Like, everyone's just like, oh, that's an important person. I need to, hi, how you doing? That kind of shit. We make a beeline for the open bar and back. We liquidate their whiskey. We commandeer every last drop of Jack Daniels that they had. And then we just kind of like, he's just hanging out, and I'm like, well, I'm drunk. I'm going to go into a social situation now with rich people. And it was fine. I was charming. There was a bunch of dudes who were like, I've seen you in something. I'm like, mate, I doubt it. I doubt it. And then we're leaving. Chris is like, nah, dude, they just wanted to fuck you in different holes. I'm like, well, I've only got 2. But so that was going on. And finally, like, we liquidate their whiskey. We get bored. And he's like, let's go to a strip club. I'm like, well, that sounds like a grand idea. We call a cab, we take our full glasses of whiskey out, and we get in the cab, and the cab is a fucking Chevy Suburban, and it's huge. And they drive, and he's like, take us to a strip club, I don't care where. He brings us to Bourbon Street. Now, that day, my friend had just gotten a residual check from a film he'd done years ago. And so he's got like $800 in his pocket, plus what he's making for all the other shit he's doing. I'm broke as fuck, I don't give a shit. He's like, all right, let's go down Bourbon Street, I'll show you Bourbon Street. I'm like, cool. We get down to Larry Flint's Hustler Club, and the barker out front's like, hey, fellas, you want to have a good time? Blah, 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 blah. I'm thinking, like, I know what this is. I just want to see it. Oh, we're going in. Okay, we're going in there. So he pays, like, the cover for both of us, and then we get to the hostess booth. And this is how you know it's a classy strip club, when you've got a hostess station. And so she's saying, well, fellas, like $50 a piece, you can go up to the VIP lounge. Turns out the VIP lounge is literally just upstairs in the same room. But this is like a super high ceiling on the first floor. So this is like the 3rd floor we get up to. He pays. He's like, fuck it, we'll go up there. We're sitting around. I'm smoking. I don't buy dances off of strippers because, I mean, again, it's like the porn thing. I've gone too far to the point where that does anything for me. What I like doing is sitting with them and chatting with them and sometimes fucking with them. But so we're sitting there. He ends up taking these 2 dancers off. Like, he's like, I got money to burn. Let's just say he spent more money in the closed room and got a much better service. Please don't tell me I need to spell it out for you guys. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there. I'm just getting shit
I'm not
faced.
sure what you're talking about.
Of course, no. You, Jables, you were raised in the church. I'm sure you have no idea, and I would hate to spoil your good, wholesome American boy nature with a tawdry story like that. But so let's get back to what really happened.
I won't tell anybody. Scout's honor.
Well, I don't know what happened because I wasn't there because I couldn't afford it. But well, anyway, so he fucks off. I'm sitting in this like lounge. I'm watching. So the stripper pole is mounted on this marble, like polished granite. It's fucking solid polished stone. And the stripper pole's 3 stories tall. And I watched this one girl with incredible thighs just climb this thing like it's no big deal, like she's a reverse Ghostbuster. And then she like hangs backwards upside down by her thighs, and I'm like, damn, that's impressive. And then she like lets go and goes, Bleet! Like fucking 15 feet. And I'm like, you're gonna break your damn head. No one knows who your dad is. How will we alert him? And then she stops herself, and I'm like, that was acrobatics. I didn't know, like, the Grayson family came from a line of strippers. So that happens. I'm sitting down at this, like, little, like, you know, one of those U-shaped couches. I'm just, like, fucking chain smoking butts and drinking, like, as much whiskey as I can handle. And this naked woman, gorgeous, naked 20-something-year-old walks up to me. She's like, hey, sugar, want to dance? I'm like, I appreciate it. No, I'm just waiting on my friend. She's like, oh, okay. And then she like looks around. She's like, can I smoke? I'm like, I don't give a fuck if you smoke. You smoke. Yeah, sure. She's like, can I sit down and smoke, please? I'm like, by all means, please. Sits down and smoke. Explains like, yeah, we have to get permission to sit down and take a break with the guests because this is how we work them. I'm like, okay, you understand you're not getting shit out of me, right? She's like, I know. I just really wanted to get off my feet. Because she's in these stripper heels and completely fucking naked. So this gorgeous naked woman's just sitting there smoking about, like, rolling her eyes like, oh, that bitch is always, she's gonna crack her fucking head open one day. I'm like, right? That's what I thought. So we're on this. Well, we're on this upper
I
floor,
would
and
much rather that interaction in the strip club, honestly.
oh no, those are the only those are the only kind of interactions I typically have in strip clubs, because like I've known so many strippers that I'm just like, I'm not impressed. Like, you need to do things to my dick to impress me with this sexual act of yours. Like, this is just you shaking bits at me, and I appreciate it, but I'm not giving you more than $6 for 10 minutes. So
I also own GTA 5, so I've seen this already.
Yeah. Well, no. Here's where it gets cool, though. Is this? Well, this same dancer, right? Who she at this point she just wants a break, and the only way she can get a break is if she has a break with a customer or whatever. She's like, "Hey, you want to see?" She's like, "We're talking." She's like, "It's your first time in New Orleans?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've never been here before. I got here literally yesterday, and I'm from the Northeast, whatever." She's like, "Oh shit, come with me." So she walks me out onto the balcony of the Larry Flint Hustler Club, which, if you've never been in New Orleans, it's at the very top, at the very most active block of Bourbon Street. And no one's out there. It's just us. She's still butt-ass naked, but the thing is, if you go down Bourbon Street, you will see more tits than Cinemax could ever hope to show you, right? And so we're up there, and she's like, all right, well, let's play a little game. She's like, spot the hookers. I'm like, okay, how about her? No. How about her? No. Her? No. And then she's just like, all right, I'll just tell you. That one and that one, they are hooking right now. I'm like, how do you know that? And she's like, well, when you've worked one club, you end up working a number, and when you find out who can't get work at certain clubs, you kind of know where they end up. Oh. Okay, then. She's like, you want to know something even more fucked up? I'm like, what? And she points to this one, like, kind of sketchy. He was like cliche sketchy, right? He's just like smoking a cigarette, hanging out by this old phone booth on Bourbon Street. And she's like, now, he is fixing to rob someone. And I know that because he does it every single night. I'm like, oh. She's like, yeah, watch out for him. If you're a tourist, after the sun goes, stay on Bourbon. Don't ever leave Bourbon. Even in the day, maybe not, but never leave Bourbon at night. Bourbon and Canal, those are your friends. I'm like, thank you. Gives me this raw, bare titty hug. I'm like, oh, this is great. We come back in, my friends coming out, being led by these two dancers who, let's just say, all of their hair is messed up. And, yeah, that was, like, the first experience of the New Orleans strip club. Second one, we just got bored, went down to Bourbon Street to get drunk, got drunk, ended up thinking, titty bar's a good idea, went into a really seedy joint. He has his fun. I don't even give a fuck, because I've seen half of the dancers that are on stage on OkCupid at that point. So, I'm like, I know how many you got kids. Shit. Oh, that's sad. So I'm just flirting with the bartender. She's like, and like, I got a little too much. She's like, oh, I thought you were cool. I'm like, no, I am cool. Like, I'm not trying to fuck you. If that happened, that's fantastic. But that's not the goal here. And she's like, oh, well, I can show you the upstairs. It's full of like haunted ass rooms. This building's like 250 years old. I'm like, now that's a plan. Did I leave you speechless, Jables?
Ghost hunting with a naked chick? That sounds fantastic.
No. No, I was getting a Bourbon Street. I was getting an aerial Bourbon Street tour, like it was a hella tour from a naked chick, and then a half naked bartender gave me a ghost hunter's fucking. Because those were the rooms that are supposed to be for private dances, aka that's where you fuck the dancers, because they have substance abuse problems. Exactly. See, it's like the Lion King. It's the circle of life, and it all comes back to itself. It's good shit. Anyway, we've got two people. Well, we've got two people what's waiting in the waiting room to hang out with us and me, and also we had. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong server to jump in. Fuck! How do I get out of this goddamn bullshit? Hang on, I'll figure this out. Nope, that's not it.
Do you want me to
either.
just pull in for you?
No, I can do. No, that's not the problem. I'm just trying to get out of this dumb shit screen where it's like, these are the people who are in the call. Okay, now I'm gonna fix it. Oh, now people are jumping in. Now people are jumping in.
text.
So
chat.
Mouth is here. Dragon's Breath is here. Crab wants to come in. Scully wants to come in. And we did actually have one of our friends from the other night, Shudweiser Bits, who he's apparently... Oh, have you seen that shit? Have you looked in general? Shudweiser's replanting his goddamn peppers while listening to us. And I'm like, you can stop listening, dude. I just need you to send me peppers. Send me peppers. Wait, they wouldn't survive. Anyway, so we got some...
Oh, sorry. I was just looking at the peppers.
Well,
Yeah, we do have somebody from the other night.
I'm glad people hung around. That proves that that at least I'm somewhat funny, Jables.
Well, I just...
Someone's got to be.
Dr. Fred Dave praising me over you, so... That's over in the YouTube chat, though.
That's okay. Listen, I was talking earlier about learning to not hold grudges, but the thing is that means that I can learn to hold all new grudges. So anyway, let's see. Going back here in the Streamlabs, 2 hours ago, Lesser Saints hosted with rated with a party of 10. Skull Maggot hosting with the viewer. Y2KNW sent me this, and I think I know what it is, which means I'm not going to smoke for this because I want to. But if it's what I think it is, it's good. So let's start out with this.
Hey, let me get one.
Oh, thank Christ, it is what I think it is. You all know what it is, too. It's a great thing. All right, and I'll just screen share for you here, because I know you're just a fussy bitch otherwise. You get all cranky. You get colicky and shit. Anyway.
Hey, let me get one of those Doritos.
Bruh, this high-octane gamer fuel. I'ma need every last crumb if I'm gonna go MLG.
Boy, I've seen your Minecraft world.
It ain't shit. Bruh, I didn't know you was an umbrella, cause that's shade right there.
Did you lock the door?
Bruh, the assumption of security is protection within itself.
Yeah, sure, why not? That's a no, ain't it?
Freeze! It's the police!
I'ma straight up resist arrest. No lie. Bruh, those were discontinued. They haven't made these since 07.
Why are you eating 10-year-old Doritos?
Bruh, you wouldn't get it.
So anyway, what you even doing here?
We have reports that there are gamer, incel, terrorists operating in the area.
Oh damn, bro, they got you.
Yeah. How about you shut up? Look, officer, I am not a gamer terrorist.
Cut the bullshit! We know you've seen Joker!
Law enforcement is taking this to the U.S. military about potential violence at theaters that are showing.
Bang!
Bruh, I straight up locked that window. Call my Minecraft world trash. You trash, bruh.
And now, the trash gets locked up. Also, I'm confiscating the Doritos.
Bruh, my life is straight up tragedy, son. It's like, bruh, not the Doritos, bruh.
I really, really like this series. Bro, like, what the fuck, bro? So that was from Y2KNW for $2.37. Team Odd taking the lead. Then Mouth shows up, donates $20. Hey Nick, I know I haven't been in attendance much lately, and I had to cancel all my Patreon after losing my job. But I still check in and worry about you, and hope things aren't too horrible. I still love your cynical, cranky ass, and hope we can hang here. Anyway, I'm guessing he meant IRL. That's fine. Crab90, happy Friday, you healthy degenerates. Every time I read Crab typing that out, I imagine it's breathy and somewhat aroused. But he said, happy Friday, you filthy degenerates. Give another point for Team Even. That's $1.63.
Oh my goodness. So what if
Who the
well,
fuck am
that's
I
one
hearing?
way to break up the COVID. No,
Yeah. Kind of fun.
What?
Are you hearing this?
Goodness.
Yeah, I'm
Oh
hearing
my
that.
goodness,
is
little
this?
guy.
I mean,
He's-
did it?
And can you tell if that's one
Check
eye?
the
Their
tab.
their eyes haven't opened yet, right?
There.
I'm
Okay.
just
So
did like a
where's
video.
Oh,
it's the
it's
kitten
it's
thing.
the
Fucking bitch! Invading my shit, making me think I was inferior to other online shows. That's one way to
I
break
thought you
up the
had-
COVID.
I thought you had some porn that was playing in the background.
I
It's
thought
like-
so too, and it sounded like really disappointing. Oh my god, it's got two faces. Wait, hang on, where is this tab? You know? Fuck, dude. Jesus Christ. That scared me. I closed
yeah.
windows cuz I was so terrified. Now I'm not, and I'm just angry at that bitch and her dumb two-faced cat and her stupid husband and her stupid children. I hope their homeschooling goes terribly. I want to see them working at a Getty station till they're 50. All right, I think I Tim Dillon'd my way out of that particular bad feeling. Oh,
Don't say that ever.
it's like that means you have to get sober. I know you're never doing that. Okay, Jables. I
No,
know.
you don't have to. For one thing, you don't. No.
All right, well, let's see what his crab sent us. Happy Friday. You
Tim
still
Dillon
notice.
is fantastic.
Oh, he is.
Never.
No,
never,
I had
refer to
I had.
yourself as Tim Dilloning something.
Oh, okay. I see. You're like, you do not. You don't get to speak about him, you slut. I know. I see it, Jables. I get it. I do. I feel it. Anyway, let's check out what the
We have a
fuck Crab
special
sent.
connection. He doesn't know it yet, but we do.
Wait, gay, you love coke, and you speak loud, and you speak loudly and forcefully until your face is redder than mine. That takes talent. By the way, I'd like to point out that marijuana is only legal in certain states. So anyone who's in my audience, I need you to check your local ordinances before joining in the fun. Let's look at what Crab sent us. Crab sent us a thing. I want to see what it is, and then I'm going to smoke a cigarette. If it's long enough. It is long enough! Yay! In case you guys were wondering, I just made a joke about fucking girl in the air. So.
I should have known
Crab, what the fuck are you doing?
I'd leave alone.
This is gonna turn out to be some anime music.
Just goes to show that the blood you bleed is just the blood you owe. We were a pair, but I saw you there. Too much to bear. You were my life, but life is far away from fair. Was I stupid to love you? Was I reckless to help? Was it obvious to everybody else that I'd fallen for a lie? You were never on my side. Fool me once, fool me twice. Are you death or paradise? Now you'll never.
Nick, you paused it.
Never see me cry. There's just no time to die. No time to die. I let it burn. You're no longer my concern. Phases from my past return. Another lesson yet to learn that I'd fallen for a line. You were never on my side. Fool me once, fool me twice. Are you death or paradise? Now you'll never see me cry. There's just no time to die. No time to die. No time to die. Fool me once, fool me twice. Are you death or paradise? Now you'll never see me cry. There's just no time to die.
So that was that.
It's okay, I'm coming back. You smoke. I don't give a shit. Whatever you want. Yeah, that was that. Crab. Why?
I think he needs a hug.
I feel sad now. Anyway. Well, fuck it. We've
Play
got
Hairy
our-
Legs to cheer us up.
I'm just gonna bring. We got Shudweiser bits coming in first. Hey, you should. Uh-oh.
Hey, Artie.
I don't think he knows yet.
If you're actually here.
Indiana. All right. Well, fuck it. We'll just.
Oh, hey, are you guys?
There he is.
Hey.
Oh shit.
I know,
Okay.
boy.
Wow. What's up, guys? Shit.
Oh yeah, you have to understand. Like, odds are good if you make it into the waiting room there or the clean room. If you haven't been on the show before officially, you'll be first in. Also, I saw Crab was there, and after what he just made me listen to, I'm willing to take my time on this one.
Yeah.
Oh man, he put everything. Was that the German guy that we talked to for hours? Or I did at least.
Oh no, that's Apfel.
No, that's yeah.
Apfel Adolf. And it's okay. I've given him listen, in the same way black like, in the same way like, black folk can give you the N-word card. I'm technically Jewish, so I can let Germans make as many jokes as they're allowed to get away with before the government comes to take them away. Yeah. And I like it too, because when Germans do that and then the governments come and take them away, my last thing, I hope they hear it as they're being dragged out. It's like, now you know what it feels like.
Yeah, I had to give Apfel his own permissions to change his own nickname because some people were changing his nickname to things that could have gotten him arrested.
Well, here's the same. Here's something interesting, Shud. You're familiar with the case of Count Dankula, right?
No.
This was that Scottish guy. Okay, he's a friend of mine and a friend of the show. He lives in Scotland, so timing is shitty. He's gonna come back on at some point. No, this was the Scottish dude. He made a YouTube video where he taught Well, his girlfriend was always going on and on about how cute she thought her pug was. And so he decided to train it to be a Nazi. So this dog associated the words "wanna gas the Jews" with "wanna go for walkies." And he'd be like, and yeah, he'd just look at him, and Buddha would, like, name was Buddha. He'd be like, he'd be like, Buddha, Zig Heil, and the dog would do this adorable little arm thing, and he'd get a treat,
raise its little paw.
Yeah. So he slowly trained this dog and shot and produced a YouTube video of him doing it, and then he ended up getting arrested for hate speech in Scotland.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, no, dude made international. He's like buddies with Alex Jones right now, which is something that, like, if it wasn't for the fact that I love Marcus so much, I could never forgive. But but no.
You know why he's friends with Alex Jones.
Jesus. Yeah, no. Well, no, yeah, like, this is the thing, is like there was this edgy, like, anti-lefty, anti-SJW YouTube scene which cropped up, and Dankula became a hero for it. But the thing is like, so many of those people take themselves super seriously. Like, honestly, the biggest threat to your fucking civil liberties is a 17-year-old undergrad at Emerson with rainbow hair. We gotta talk endlessly about this person. Dankula, though, Marcus, like, he's just like, nope, this is the perfect time to make more jokes that will get me arrested.
So what's the background on this guy? I mean, is he a fucking German, or is he just some guy, fucking...
No, he's just a Scottish dude that wanted to turn his girlfriend, now wife's pug,
into a Nazi.
She thought it was the cutest thing in the world, so he wanted to turn it to the worst thing in the world.
Yeah,
right.
And
So...
I had him on a I had him on a stream, because, like, the thing was like he took it to court. Like, I helped him one night. I did like an 8-hour live stream. I was supposed to do a patron stream, and all of my patrons were even like, "No, fuck you, keep doing this." I was doing like a fundraiser live stream, and I aided in raising like 20 grand for this dude. And
wow.
And he came on for a bit, and while we were talking, he even went and he's like, they don't even understand, you see, like, I'm myself historically a really liberal guy. And the thing is, too, if you ever want to have yourself, like, a better example of how the Nazis were wrong trying to play God, just look at a pug. We made that out of a wolf. And the thing, it's born, and then it just spends its whole life desperately trying to breathe before it suffocates. And that's our creation. Like, that's goddamn brilliant.
He's actually said that.
Yeah, I'm hoping to have Marcus on, actually. I told him about our Tuesday night, and he's like, "Fuck me, no, you didn't."
Honesty so much more fun than somebody trying to be funny. That's why I like listening to you. You're obviously pretty fucking honest, and yeah, you throw some low blows and you throw some shit out there that's like, but man. You just keep doing what you're doing, man.
I'm going to push back on that. I'm going to push back on that in proper YouTuber debate style here.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. You say low blows, but you don't understand. Like, I live in Manchester, New Hampshire, and I am a streamer and a writer, which means I am the definition of living at the bottom of people who manage to pay their bills. Any criticism I make of anyone in the world is constantly punching up for me. I'm like a midget in the middle of the Netherlands trying to have a street fight, basically. That's me in a nutshell. Yeah. I'm like Peter Dinklage trying to fight the Mountain. Who's the Mountain? Literally anyone with 1,000 views per video. Fuck.
See what I mean? You just keep doing it, brother.
As long as we enjoy ourselves. That's the real joy of it, though. Like,
isn't it, though? I mean, honesty, man, right? I mean, honesty.
What's the soul?
What's the point in being dishonest unless it's for a good bit?
Yeah, and even they say the soul of the brevity is the soul of wit, right? Well, I don't believe in souls, so figure that out. Checkmate, believers. Huh.
But
I just wanted to offer this, though, on what you're saying. I have honestly been loving this coronavirus end of the world shit. I mean, granted, this is the lamest, most boring apocalypse we could ever imagine, but it's still an apocalypse, which means that none of us should give fucks anymore. If you're out there right now, and I'm talking to you, the audience, right? Like, let's say you're some dude who wears aviators and ball caps, and you drive a Ford F-150, and you're really proud of your life and your family, and you love your country. Go out and suck a dick. Try it. You don't know. You might love it. It might be delicious. No one's gonna judge you. The world might snap back together tomorrow, and they'll be like, well, what'd you spend your vacation in? I made a lot of bread, and I kind of sucked a dick. Wait, how was that? Oh, the bread was great. No, the dick. I'm curious.
Salty.
I think he used Irish Spring.
It filled my mouth up with air.
I queefed out of my nose. Yeah. Now is exactly no. This is the thing. We need to stop pretending the world is going to get better, and we need to
runny nose.
And we need to
I thought
embrace.
I had a runny nose, but then I realized he just came in the back of my throat.
You ever try and clear your sinuses on a heavy pollen day? Have yourself. I like a lot of cream in my coffee, and I do that in the ring. It's like, oh, I remember him. One of those. It happens.
Direct gullet to sinus extraction.
Yeah. But what I'm really saying here is it's not just that, like, the two of you are obviously very gay. It's that this apocalypse has brought us to a point where we need to just let go of our all the things that are holding us back. Did you ever want to build a ship in a bottle and then maybe suck a dick? Go ahead. The bottle will be the least gay thing you've done that day. And then it still doesn't matter. Have you ever wanted to rob a bank? Go for it. No one's there. You'll fail, but you can say, I tried to rob a bank, and I couldn't get inside. And everyone's like, damn, dude. That's a thing. And it is. See, this is
Why'd
what I'm
you try
saying.
to do it on Sunday?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Like, have you ever wanted to actually eat a Dairy Queen? By the way, I'm leaving it there. As far as I'm concerned, eating a Dairy Queen is as bad as robbing a bank or sucking a stranger off. But if you want to do it, what I'm saying is now is the time to go and get it done. Experience it. Grab life by the gonads and then massage it a little bit because you don't know how long it's going to be until it sputters and coughs and gets hit by a car and it's ruled a coronavirus death.
That's right. However, be very gentle.
With are you talking to the car or the person grabbing the balls? Because the car's
the gonads.
Oh, okay. Because I don't. Yeah.
Well, no, it depends on who you're with. Some people like it rough.
Oh, Jables has already been. Jables thought the apocalypse happened years ago.
Have you ever seen stomping porn?
Yeah.
I don't think you have.
What's that? Is it stomping or smushing?
I understand
stomping
what
and
you're
squishing.
saying, and no thanks, man. It gives me the worst feeling inside. I mean, it gives me the most anxiety.
Oh, come on! You haven't
saying
lived.
that.
You haven't lived until you've been on E-fucked and you've seen a girl shove her stiletto down a dude's pee hole.
Oh, that kind of shit.
Oh.
I love this because all of a sudden my weird thing about I love this because this makes me feel like my thing about I can't get off to normal straight porn anymore. I'm like, oh, whoa, I apparently have a ways to go before it's a problem. Jables. I am reassured.
Shit I'm checking out. it's not as bad as this guy.
Yeah. It's like, damn, like, yeah, I love those wrestling matches too. I just preferred it when one of them was like covered in bruises. Oh. I won't make that joke, I promise.
I'm just saying. I'm
just asking. Have you ever
There was a
beaten a
dude-
woman
I
with
was-
a pewter beer bottle opener? Because I have, and I'm still not satisfied.
No, I have a butterfly knife bottle opener. Makes it a lot cooler. I get to do flips and shit.
Jesus Christ.
What the
Yeah.
fuck does that even mean?
Jables gets a stranger back to his apartment. And he's like, "Would you like a beer?" You're like, I could have done that with a lighter.
Right? He's like,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get out of here now.
Oh, come on. Nah, hang around.
Yeah, see, you can't say that because we've had people who really didn't know what they were getting into say that, and they never came back. Well, I'm not saying because they didn't like the show. I'm just saying Jables' pre-show co-host tracked them down, and they won't be watching internet for a while.
Yeah, hey, Indiana, I just sent you a picture of what I was talking about.
Why did you do? Why did you do that?
Kick myself
Do not.
off, so you
Yeah,
gotta
never.
stupid,
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you can go and look at it if you are so daring. I'm not suggesting that you do so, though.
It's nothing crazy. It's just the butterfly bottle. That's all.
Oh, I thought it was the stiletto heel down the pee hole thing.
Okay, that's cool as fuck, man. That's
Yeah,
incredibly cool, dude.
No, that is cool, Jables. But honestly, Shedweiser, anything else you get from Jables Boogley, ask him first.
Yeah,
then look at it. Yeah.
I get that.
You were planting peppers, dude. Do you have any idea how bad jalapenos feel coming up in revulsion like that? I mean, normally if you're just drunk and you throw up, fine. But no, if you're like, and then, because you feel it in your own pee hole, that's the problem.
Only in alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, I was
right.
I will tell you honestly.
Yeah,
dude,
I was harvesting some seeds so I could grow some more peppers, and my mom had the bright idea saying, "Hey, you got something in your eye." Oh, what? Yep.
Well, I mean, Jables, I told you about the story of the jalapeno eye wipe and then the habanero. I was working long and short. I'm working in this Mexican restaurant. I show up like every good chef does, hungover at 11 a.m. And we start prep. So I'm dicing jalapenos. I got no gloves on because I wasn't thinking. And then my manager, like the executive chef's like, "Hey man, let's go smoke a butt. Come on." I'm like, "All right, I love a cigarette break." I go outside. I'm like smoking with him, chatting, noticing like, why do my lips are like tingling? What the fuck is going on here, right? All right, anyway, I'm gonna get back in there and finish my prep, and I throw the cigarette down, and then I do one of these with like my eyes. I just wipe my eyes like, bah. All right, I'm gonna get back in there. I made it all the way back to the line and resumed my work. I noticed it felt a little irritation, but I just attributed that to the hangover. And then I notice I can't see after a while. I'm streaming tears down my face. My eyes are red as can be. I ended up having to like do a limbo over like over one of the dish sinks, and they just poured like an entire quart of heavy cream in my face just to make it stop burning. I was the laughing stock of the kitchen, understandably so, for a solid like week. Then it stopped because the next week another one of the cooks was mincing up habaneros without gloves. Then he had to go and take a piss. And he did so. He comes back to the line. And
After watching the Jenna Jameson fucking porn.
God. No, he comes back. This guy, he's making faces like somebody's like there's somebody rooting around in his intestines with like a spiny thing, like a surgical implement. He's like, and we're all looking at him like, the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, you okay? No, I'm fine. No, I'm not fine. I need to go home. I need to go home now. Yeah, he didn't come back to work for like a day or two. It's like, yeah, you got pure habanero juice all up in that shit. I can only imagine. Fuck that guy, though. They were laughing at me first, and then he stole my glory. Goddamn cunt.
I was the court jester, goddammit.
Yeah, it's like, I was the one who made the bad decision. Now, what are you doing to me? Now, this is the weirdest thing, too. They hired a bunch of people with kitchen experience, and they wanted to turn us into chefs. And then they hired a bunch of ex-cons that they want to do the same thing, too. And yet they put us all in the same position and paid us different amounts. And the thing is, like, I'm an old rabble-rouser. I was a labor organizer and shit. So, like, I'm okay. I'm that guy who's like, how much are you making for this same job we're doing? And then they'll tell me, I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, me? No, don't worry about how much I'm made. It's only $2.50 more than you. You should talk about that with the management and not mention me.
That's where the divide begins.
Yeah, well, no. I mean, the thing is I view all work opportunities as intrinsically temporary. My track record bears this out. And so I'm like, well, I'm here. Why not fuck this place up a little bit on my own? If it survives after I'm gone, I'd like to leave a nice healthy scar in the HR department. That'd be fun. So we're going to get a random number generator going on here. We've got 6 people hanging out. Let's see who the newest of the old coming in will be. And it's going to be, oh, for fuck's sake, it's Crab. Hi, Crab.
Hey.
You're really upbeat given what you were just making us listen to. The fuck was that?
Hey, it's a good song, all right?
Well, I know, but I'm here trying to have a good time and make people laugh, and you're like, I've got this great 80s tune for a very emotional drama. Would you like to listen to some Philip Glass?
I get optimistic from tragedy, all right? I find comfort in tragedy.
Well, so do I. That's why I'm like the most upbeat person in the coronavirus. But you know, I share songs like that Lego video about functioning vaginas. That's what I like. I'll just go back to that and I'm like, we like them girls with functioning vagina. I'm like, that's my jam right there. And you're like,
yeah, I get comedy out of tragedy too. That's why my belt currently is elastic. So next time I try to hang myself, I'll be bungee jumping.
Oh, Christ. Well, I love it. You know what? Hang on. You know what? We're getting into fashion now. Like, I'll say this.
Kill yourself through hanging, all right? Kill yourself with a shotgun. It's easiest. Easy.
Yeah,
listen. I can't do that. Too much of a mess.
Cobain, no pain, my friend.
You'll be dead.
Hashtag Cobain, no pain.
I care about other people, too. Just because I don't care about myself doesn't mean I don't care about people who have to clean up my mess.
Yeah, I've actually thought about...
a compliment. I was going to say, is Tommy Lee of writing songs?
Just go out into the woods somewhere, all right, Jables? Let the bears eat you.
That's a little sexual. You need to watch yourself.
What? Why would I have to go out into the woods for that? Why don't I just go to West Hollywood?
That too, all right? Wherever you want.
Goddamn brilliance. See?
Apparently he has a plan.
We're solving problems no one ever knew existed or encountered.
The point is, if you want to kill yourself, have a plan. All right, don't just do it. You know, plan it out.
Well, I think he was trying to talk.
I left a note saying, I swear I wasn't jerking off. But then I made it look like I was jerking off. It was perfect. It was gonna be hilarious.
Have you ever thought about hanging yourself with your dick out and a lemon wedge in your mouth, but having just death the only thing on your mind? That's right. I want to make David Carradine look slightly less hilarious. I'm taking that kung fu spotlight from him now. Did this with my own belt. See, I thought you were talking on a fashion sense though, because I've actually recently discovered this whole like baking bread and living in the coronavirus and eating whatever I want, not caring thing. I learned this magic trick where I can turn regular jeans into skinny jeans just by gaining weight. It's amazing. That's why I bought these sunglasses. I'm like, I gave myself a side shave because I knew. I'm like, all right, I've got size 36 waist right now. That's not gonna last.
You were filling your pants with sourdough starter.
That's Tom Papa after he breaks.
It's all right, Crab. Explain yourself.
Explain myself?
No,
For what?
No, listen, the one thing we're taught in interrogation school is when you answer a question with the same question, you're guilty. So exactly what is it are you thinking about, like, carradining yourself? Is that why you sent us that sad piano music? Is someone going to come in and see
I'm
you
not
with,
gonna
like,
kill
your
myself.
dick?
All right.
They're just going to find
Don't
you
worry.
with, like a duct tape belt
sure?
holding a cantaloupe around you? Just some kind of...
Because I think you might want to reconsider after sending the song.
Yeah,
I love
CSI's
myself too much to kill myself. All right.
CSI's gonna show up and they're gonna run like a microbiotic examination of the gourd your member was found, and they'll be like, well, results came back. It was microwaved 20 minutes before his death. Oh, okay. Well,
No. I get too much pleasure out of shitposting, all right, to kill myself. I'm not going to kill myself.
why not? Well, I mean, no, that's a good thing. You don't do that. But
I'm too curious to kill myself.
Yeah, it's like listen, I get such a thrill out of DMing Nick Ben Shapiro articles that he'll never read that I think I've got a place on this. I've got a place on this planet. I just can't give up yet. I'm doing God's work.
I'm a realistic moron, all right? Forget about it.
I actually wrote a microwave.
Okay. Never mind.
Hang on. What you wrote a what?
Well, let me see if it'll work. I'm gonna play it. I sent it to my buddy, and he sang it. And let's see if.
Well, if you DM it to me, I can play it for everyone.
Okay, I'm gonna try to find it. I don't have the lyrics anymore because I erased everything I ever write. But I'm gonna find it. Give me like a few minutes. Just keep going, but I'll find it. All right.
No, it's all right. In fact, actually,
no,
because
we'll just wait for you. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll wait for you. Or it's a Billie Eilish. Hang on, that was a Billie Eilish cover you sent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She's a good singer.
No, she is. Then send me Billie. Listen, you just sent. Hang on. You just sent copyright strike money to somebody who covered Billie Eilish, so you could show Billie Eilish how much you love her.
I like the guy's voice. What the fuck? Sue me, all right?
Well, I was just.
There's been damage.
I might. Yeah.
You didn't have to play it. I paid you money, but you didn't have to play it.
Yeah, I do. You paid me money. I had to play it. This is these are.
Hey, let me get one of those
These
Doritos.
are the rules, dude. Right now, I'm just gonna make you sit through my Ben Shapiro sketch. How about that?
Go ahead.
Well,
I
good,
actually
'cause
like Ben Shapiro. All right, whatever.
well, that's you listen.
Play some Ben Shapiro.
Well,
You're only saying that so you don't seem anti-Semitic.
No, he's only saying that because he's always dreamed of having a son.
No, I've never dreamed of having a son.
No,
all
I
right?
want to be Ben Shapiro's brother-in-law. That's
As soon as I turn 30, I'm gonna get a fucking vasectomy. All right?
Why till 30?
Because they won't do it until you're 30.
yeah. Some states don't let you do it until you're 30.
Oh, well, like, then you need to go and, like, get one of those cross-state abortion jobs and just go be like, it's my body, my choice! And just get them, I don't know how it works, but I'm assuming, like, like, they'll build a vagina between your wait. That's a different thing
But it's
entirely.
ridiculous, 'cause you can reverse a vasectomy, so they should just let people do it.
Exactly. If you don't want to have kids, just cut your
21.
Yeah, no, cut your nuts off. Straight up, just cut them off, because for all you know, right? For all you know, you're gonna meet some lady of the night, right? Who shows up and it's like, look at how I cleaned your kitchen. Like, well, no one's ever done that for me before. You should knock me up. Like, well, I gotta go to the store and get my dick back. She's gonna get you. She's gonna get you to go to the nutbag store and get it reversed.
Nick, what do you think a vasectomy is? They don't cut your nuts off.
No,
They
it's
just cut the tube from your testes to your.
They don't even do that
okay.
anymore.
Let me just. Do you not see the American flag waving behind me? Okay, you think I ever not want to be able to knock up whatever side piece I'm hitting? Listen, even though it's gonna cost me 18 years of my life and more money than I'll ever actually make, I still like the pride that comes with knowing that I can ruin someone else's life too. See? Like, hey, oh my God, this life doesn't even exist yet. I just created it. Now, whoa, you did not win the lottery on this one.
No, fuck that. All right.
I sent it to you, man. Will you play it live? It's my buddy singing it, not me.
Yeah.
Just play it live. It is my lyrics for sure.
I just need to make sure it plays. All right, hang on.
It's an iTunes or iCloud.
There we go. There we go.
Best
Playing now.
Sex with no consequences. That's it. All right. It levels the playing
He nuked all of his food until it came out hot, and then one day, though, it did
I hope you guys like it.
To see exactly what the problem was, he climbed on in to clean the fuzz, then the door slammed shut behind him. And what do you know, the man emerged with
Like
6
2.5
more toes, so intrigued by the science.
Oh no, we're playing it now.
He wanted a friend to see, so he decided to give him.
Yeah, I wrote the lyrics a long time ago, like 5 years ago, and he found it and did like a Lou Reed version of it, and he is not a fucking.
That was a good song. I will say though, if you have the raw audio from it, I would say you should send it to our friend One Fuck Canuck, who is an audio engineer. He could
Well,
probably
that is the raw audio.
Okay, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna send it to Canuck, even if he's like, oh, there's nothing I can do. I'm gonna be like, don't you bullshit me, you fucking
Absolutely.
fake
We'll
ass.
do it again.
Not American Canadian son of a bitch. Like, I mean, Dina's waiting in the chat now, so she could tell us all about how often Canadians like to lie. But my point.
Bring her in. Bring
My
that
point.
sexy bitch in.
All right, Dina's coming in next year, and actually Commander Chaos
Hey.
there's coming in too, 'cause she ain't been here. Everyone's gonna end up in here. That's how we do.
Hello, Dina.
Oh, hang on. But no, I did want to show you guys this. So everyone who's in the live show right now, jump into my live stream so you can see what it is I did. Because I did a thing, and it's horrible. But you have to endure it too.
Oh, great.
Oh yeah, y'all ready for this? Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, you all
Are you
heard
drunk
that
yet,
in your
Dina?
head.
Oh, I'm very drunk.
Me too.
Good.
Dina.
Nice.
Good. Now this is what happens, by the way. Now I just want to take a quick look and see where I'm at. So like whenever I meet Goal, I agree to do something horrible. In this case, I met Goal and I agreed to do a video as Ben Shapiro. I don't know.
No.
I said I'd do something this month, but I don't remember what it is. But I'll be held accountable if I make the
Little
goal.
Snuffles album. We're still waiting on that.
No, I'm still writing that. Listen, do you have any idea how hard it is for me to write a rap album? Me. I'm writing a rap album.
Do it.
That's the point.
No,
but
I
you
have
go.
been doing it. It's just I'm writing a full LP.
If it takes you
should
more
parody-
than 2 hours,
No,
it's
you should
wrong.
parody Dennis Prager next. That'd be hilarious.
Well, anyway, so everyone there's only 3 watching. I guess the other 2 just don't care. This is Ben Shapiro as Bean Shapiro.
I'm gonna be honest
Did
with
we
you.
get a new table?
Yeah.
Did we
I'm
get
kind
a
of
new table?
retarded.
Why do we get a new table?
Well, I didn't think you liked the old one. You were always glaring at it.
I was glaring at it, and so you just thought I didn't like it.
I guess.
No, you don't understand. I'm not glaring. No, I'm just. It's my stature. You see, at my height, everything in the world, you have to look up at it. But I'm not gonna strain my neck going like this. So I have to look out from under my eyebrows. It's like a small dog. So of course it looks like I'm glaring.
I guess should I get the saw then?
But I don't know. It makes me feel even shorter than I really am, and I don't really like this feeling. And granted, facts don't care about my feelings, but neither does this fucking table. Can we change the fucking table, please?
Okay.
So much.
I suppose that's a little bit better. I mean, I would have preferred to saw the legs off of the table, so it would have been a normal height all the time. But I guess some phone books on the chair I'll have to do. So welcome everybody. Welcome folks. We've got a lot of things to talk about today. A lot of just crazy, far out leftist things going on right now. I think of course we're gonna have to start. We're gonna have to start with the Hallmark controversy. Of course, the Hallmark. It's a network. It's a mainstream media network, but one of the few who actually holds to Western traditional values, Christian values. They came under heavy fire recently for running an ad about a wedding planning company who apparently they specialize only in gay marriage, gay weddings, leftist sodomites and the like. This was an ad featuring 2 lesbians. Now, as we can see here, the ad in question, it's basically just a soft reboot of the movie Bound. That's the movie most famous, starring Jennifer Tilly and Gina Gershon, as well as Joey Pantoliano, famous from, of course, Baby's Day Out. And in this movie, a lesbianism relationship emerges, denying Mr. Pantoliano of a good traditional family. It's just driving home this narrative. Now, while I disagree fundamentally with all things homosexual, finding them the end of America, I can't help but see, as a capitalist, I can see it. I can see why why they decided to do this. Because think about it this way: who in the world cares about greeting cards? Really, who cares about greeting cards? Women. That's who. And what are lesbians if not women? And what are women if not just ovaries? They have eggs. They have eggs and boobs. I know this is just facts. These are just facts. My wife is a doctor. She's even a woman herself. I've asked her in the past if she ever considered being a lesbian. She said sometimes in college she thought about it, but then decided marrying me would just be splitting the difference anyway. But with this Hallmark ad, we can see, of course, when it comes to gay marriage, especially lesbian weddings, how many greeting cards is Hallmark really going to sell? It's a really smart move on their part, even if they are adding to the overall degeneracy that is destroying America and feeding the radical left. And now, folks, moving on to yet another equally pressing story. Of course we've got to talk about these debates. We've got to talk about these debates. Now, this was a fiery one with all the socialists lined up shoulder to shoulder with each other on the stage. And then Mayor Pete, famously known as Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle, lashed out at Elizabeth Warren, who then turned around and lashed out back, pointing at a high-dollar fundraiser in a wine cave, a billionaire's wine cave. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, wow, this is the definition of champagne socialism, and you wouldn't be wrong. You wouldn't be far from the truth, but not quite. That's not quite the facts. That's not quite the logic there. In truth, these are more actually Cabernet communists. These are Cabernet communists communists up in the Napa Valley. It's a known it's a known Cossack Trotskyist haven for communists who really enjoy a nice red blend sometimes. But it was during this debate that Elizabeth Warren was then accused herself of doing high dollar fundraisers, just proving once and for all that all of these communists running to unseat President Trump, they really just want to do nothing more than kick back in sex dungeons, sipping sangria all day long, and that if you get enough money together, you can pay Elizabeth Warren to use her robot hook to take a beer bottle cap off. I, for one, folks, I see this is in the bag for Donald Trump. Donald Trump, as we all know, he's a big fan of fast food, and most Americans, well, they end up spending more time at McDonald's than they do communist wine caves. So take that for facts and logic, and stuff that in your logic pipe, and don't smoke it, because well, that would be a violation of the law. And now, of course, finally, the final topic for tonight, folks, is of course it's that time of year, which means the left is once again waging its war on Christmas. Now, I'm Jewish. I don't ever know if that's ever come up in conversation or not. I'm not sure if you're aware. I am Jewish, though. I actually prefer Hanukkah to Christmas, because in addition to well, nobody except perhaps Nazis and the left waging a war on Hanukkah as opposed to Christmas. Hanukkah is just a generally easier thing, whereas Christmas you have to plan and get all kinds of gifts and have dinner with so many members of your family and your in-laws. My in-laws are the parents who made a doctor. My doctor wife. She's a hot doctor wife. Even she lets me touch her sometimes. But I realize Hanukkah is great because all you have to do at that point is just go to Rite Aid and pick up some discount sharper image objects and just gently reassure your immediate family that you are still casually aware of their existence. Because after all, when the kids turn 18, it's right out the house. Otherwise, they're just going to become dependent. And next thing you know, they're voting for Elizabeth Warren or whatever next version of Elizabeth Warren's coming down the pipeline. But back to the war on Christmas. It's an annual tradition. It seems it's almost as though the left just hates every single conceivable tradition that the Judeo-Christian West has brought forward. Now, if there's one thing I don't know much about Jesus, because once again I'm Jewish. I don't know much about Jesus, but I do know that he was a really big fan of gift cards. He was a very, very big fan of gift cards, and to undermine the spirit of his birthday, in which the three wise men brought him Visa gift cards, to undermine this holiday by calling for changes or social awareness of plights and poverty and stuff. It goes exactly against everything that at least I'm aware Jesus stood for. I just don't know. I'd say Hanukkah is once again better. You can get all your shopping done at Rite Aid. There's no fuss, no muss, and nobody really expects much of you, which is limited expectations. It's kind of the name of the game, especially in what I do these days. So that has been your news update. Make sure, of course, to check out one of the last Monday Night Live Monday shows coming up tonight, and then of course there's a show on Wednesday, which is Christmas, part of the war on Christmas. So you make sure to go over to Twitch and let this Nicholas Wizard Cause a guy know that his facts are just wrong on this one, and that he shouldn't be working on Christmas or the Sabbath.
I love the fact that I look like I think I actually lost weight since then.
What the fuck was that?
You never seen that?
You're close. You're close.
Huh.
You're so fucking close.
Well, no, I love it. I can't
Bye.
tell if it's the beard or if it's just the fact that I've actually lost weight. I'm like, look at that fat cunt. Holy shit. I think it's the stripes.
I think it's because you were trying to do the voice. You had to pull your head back for it.
I'm just fooping the whole time. I'm just like Ethan Kleining the entire thing.
You gotta get your voice higher, man. If you're gonna
I can't. Do you not hear what this? Yeah. I mean, this is like basically asking a Harley Davidson to sound like a moped.
Yeah, right.
Good goddamn.
You probably should have turned up the ignorance a little bit.
Find it in your taint, bro.
Yeah, it's like well, I'm pretty sure Negroes won't understand this, but okay. Oh wow, I didn't know we were go full Lauren Chen on this one.
The voice was good, but you should have I didn't detect enough ignorance. Like Ben Shapiro, he's great at sounding smart at what he does.
No, that's the thing. I am the anti-Shapiro, really. Because, like, I'm really good at sounding dumb as fuck, but at the same time, making better points than Dave Rubin.
You had the tempo down. That's what I'm proud of. You had the tempo down.
If you would have been more detailed.
You're all just so kind.
You could make a lot more money, man. All right.
I could make a lot more money if I shaved my face and learned a new makeup and said, "Hey, sisters," or no, that would be. I'd be straight up ripping. Hang on, that would be unfairly ripping off James Charles at that point. I'd have to show up, be like, "Hey, fellow aunties, how's that turkey neck doing?" You know.
Who's James Charles? I don't know who that is.
Oregon Arch, you're bleeding through.
Who is James Charles?
Being hard on you because Ben Shapiro is such a douchebag that we know who he is.
So you're feeling like we're bonding over our mutual contempt for this very tiny man.
Yes, that's how I feel.
Well, the thing is he's just so small and adorable. He's like a fun-sized pundit.
He's not worthy of contempt. He's a decent pundit, all right?
Okay, but... Whoa, crap.
He's a decent pundit, all right?
Rein it in, dude. Your erection is too massive.
No.
I
He's on the same level as David Packman, all right?
Together.
Ben Shapiro, David Packman, same level, all right?
I don't listen to either of them, and you're wrong.
Same level, different sides. I would. I don't know. That's debatable.
Yeah, listen. If you want real politics, you listen to Joe Rogan on Spotify. That's what we know. How it happens. Sorry.
I agree. No.
Can I ask actually? Well, hang on.
Joe Rogan's more balanced than either of them, all right?
Yeah, but I've got
point of view.
That's nobody cares, crap. Really, nobody gives a shit. I mean, like
Joe Rogan doesn't even care.
We are through, crab. We are through the looking glass.
No.
Shut up. Just shut up.
See? Yeah. Now, what I wanted to ask, fuck. What I wanted to ask the 7 people on my CNN panel that I've assumed that I've comprised here. Basically, one of you has to be Don Lemon, and I don't know that I have any black fans. But my point is, I wanted to ask who amongst
I'll be black for you, Nick.
Gee, fuck you. That works. Fine. Okay, Jables is Don Lemon now. Jables is Don Lemon. We can move on with the question. The question is, how many of you will get a Spotify subscription to listen to the JRE podcast, or will you supplement yourself by downloading my shit from YouTube illegally?
I will probably not give one shit about Spotify.
I use Spotify, but it was long before the Joe Rogan bullshit, so...
I used to think Spotify was a warning sign of an STD, but continue.
I already use Spotify, so...
I use Spotify.
That's what I do when I hold a magnifying glass to my dick after bad, weird sex.
Yeah, you ever just do that Dexter sort of thing where you spray that weird chemical and run a black light over your genitals to see if anything happened?
Every time.
Yeah, that's Spotify in a nutshell.
That's cool. I'll enjoy it all for you guys. So.
Damn fine way to be.
If it wasn't for Spotify, I wouldn't have half the musical tastes that I have now. So.
Do you not know how?
Which is weird because you don't have any still.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, dude, do you have any Tori Amos covers by middle-aged men I could listen to?
I don't listen to Tori Amos, so.
It's just like he's like, no, can't help you there, bro. Cashed out with Billie Eilish.
Well, go back to using vinyl, all right?
Well, Skull,
turntables.
fucking Skull just like disappeared. I'm sorry, Skull. I thought I was making fun of Crab at the moment. And I'll continue making fun of Crab. You can come right back. I promise. I will make fun of no one except Crab from now on.
I'll be your scapegoat whenever. All right. I'm fine with it. I'm
Exactly.
used to
Wait.
it.
Oh, is this a Jew jab? Because we invented that? Is that what that is? You're like, I know you
No.
people love goats to escape on.
No, he's escape crab.
Well,
Crab
No,
is
I'm-
special, $14.99.
Hey, I was picked on in high school. I was picked on in college. I'm used to it at this point, right? Just pick on me, all
Exactly.
right? Use
That's
me
how
as
it's
a
supposed
scapegoat.
to
I don't
work.
care anymore.
Yeah. We will paint
just
you
wanna
with
say-
the blood of the dead
Okay.
and send you off into the woods so God can sort you out. I think
Anyone
that's
who's
how it works.
watching
I
right
don't know.
now, political junkies.
I didn't finish fucking
Ben
Hebrew
Shapiro
school. I
isn't
don't
that
know how
bad,
it
right?
works. Listen, here's the thing. Is in Hebrew school, you're supposed to be trained how to make a proper scapegoat. All I know how to do is roast a rack of lamb.
No,
Okay?
no.
I can.
I got halfway there and stopped giving a shit.
All I know is
someone
how to
who
make
can't-
just a goat.
If you're someone who can't stay away from politics, you know, you like to torture yourself, Ben Shapiro isn't that bad, all right? Ben Shapiro, David Pakman. Watch them. That'll balance your viewpoint.
Yeah,
How?
just- or-
Sorry,
We'll let
I'm doing
we'll let
Don
you
Lemon
be
right now.
who you
How
are.
dare you, sir?
We're all right.
How dare you?
How
Even
dare
though
you?
Even suggest bringing that name up in my presence. Can't you see I'm black? Can't you?
I can't see you at all, Jables. Fuck off.
Well, I would listen. We've come to 2 hours. Hang on. We've gotten to 2 hours and 32 minutes. My earbud is dying. It's time to go to. Well, it's time to put the earbuds to bed. Let's close this show out. Everyone, the only thing I'm interested in hearing from you is your opinion of Joe Biden. Let's start with Shudweiser. You're at the bottom of the list. What do you think of Joe Biden being blacker than Tariq Nasheed?
Well, okay, well, personally, I like black people, so I'm excited. I'm excited how black Joe Biden is. I can't wait.
First black president, right?
Exactly, first black president.
Good shit. Progress.
No, come on. He's not gonna go anywhere. I mean, let's be honest. He's going
Not without a mobility scooter.
right. Right.
We all know Trump is gonna win, unfortunately.
Reminds me of my dead grandfather.
Poor crap.
Like, the time I had to carry him to his grave. That's what
He was a
reminds me.
racist and he liked touching women, and somehow they all still felt uncomfortable even after he was dead. Oh shit. Hang on. I gotta. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they died. Hang on.
Oh my god.
It'll be fine. Hold on.
What was it? It was like great granddaughter's daughter on her face.
Yeah.
How gross
Lips.
is that?
Lips, not face.
Well,
smelling everybody's hair.
I mean,
maybe they had lovely shampoo.
Jerk off to it.
Listen, guys, listen. I am all for believe all women, except for the fact maybe they shouldn't have worn such provocative shampoo.
No. I'm just weirded out that Joe Biden's so touchy-feely.
I just keep thinking to myself, oh wait, Joe Biden raped Tara Reid? Was that before or after she did that shitty Crow sequel?
Why does Joe Biden have to touch everyone he sees, all right?
he has hairy legs.
Keep your hands to yourself. That's the point.
No, listen, hang on. You need to check your privilege, because listen, listen. No, listen. Uncle, I will mute you if you keep this privilege shit up. I need to tell you right now, sleepy old Uncle Joe, he's an old man. He's got the glaucomas, and then his eyes don't work so much, so he's got to grope around on the women's to make sure he knows who he's talking to.
No. No matter what you think.
If you were trying to take away my excuse for groping women when I'm older away from me, I will mute you right now.
You can keep your hands to yourself.
yourself and he's
No, I can't. That's why I have court dates.
That's your problem, right?
Okay, that only took 20 minutes. Crab, I think you made yourself express Jables. Explain to me Joe Biden in 5 words.
Oh, hold on. As Don Lemon, a black man, I do have to say, I love Joe Biden's hairy legs.
Okay, that's fair. Don Lemon, you have the floor.
Yeah, I think Joe Biden...
Oh, shit. Hang on, Jables. Stop talking. Hang on. Stop talking. I'm not joking. No one can hear you. Hang on. I fucked OBS up again. There we go. Try again. None of you heard the racist shit Crab had to say. I'm glad I can keep my channel, Jables/Don Lemon. Please continue.
I'm not fucking racist. What the fuck? No. No. Fuck off, Nick.
I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying all that shit that you said that no one heard is really
As
racist.
Don Lemon, I think I am the true judge of whether or not you're racist. I don't think you are. However, just because you're not racist doesn't mean you're not saying racist things.
I'm just saying, keep it to yourself. Mind your own.
That's kind of racist. What about the people who are made of nothing but hands?
For segregation. I see how it is.
You want to separate the hand people from the not handy people. You want to put handicaps. You want to put handicaps on everyone. Like you can only put your hands on so many people. Everyone gets to be handicapped. I see your SJW agenda.
No, it's not SJW agenda. It's right wing because he wants people to touch each other.
Not just that.
Gross.
You would honestly.
The rich people get more
No. I want people to touch me. All right.
It's like I'm tired of. He's tired of Joe Biden.
Disgusting grandma killing bastard.
He's tired of Joe Biden. He's tired of the Joe Bidens of the world laying all of their handsy attention on young women when he's over here perfectly willing and happy not to file a lawsuit. I understand, dude. I do. Anyway,
will you stroke his as Don Lemon? Will you stroke his hairy legs?
I'll pay you all $20 to stroke my legs, all right?
No, will you stroke Joe Biden's hairy legs?
No, I'm not gonna touch Joe.
Would you stroke? Okay, hang on.
Ageist?
Hold on.
Would you?
Yes.
Would
exactly? I'm
ageist. Would you stroke Joe Rogan's undoubtedly silky, smooth, hairless legs? All those contours.
I want my shorts.
Okay, and I didn't offer you $20. So you're saying you just be like, yeah, all right, I'm not gay, but Joe Rogan can bang my ass out anytime he wants. Is that what you're saying?
I wouldn't want that. He seems aggressive in the bed.
I wasn't asking Don Lemon. I was asking.
I'm gonna do a thing real quick.
Thought he wanted us all to keep our
Oh
hands
Jesus!
for ourselves.
Do you see what he did, Crab? Now Jables is doing a thing, and that never ends well. All right, fine.
Oh my god.
It's hilarious.
Oh, okay, that's the thing you did. All right, no, you're fine. No, if you want your nickname in the Discord to be Don Lemon from now, I'm more than happy to let you stay that way. That's fine. Anyway, but as long as we were,
Jables is a fucking comedian, right?
Who's
Anything he
Jables?
does to make us
I'm
laugh.
Don Lemon. I'm Don Lemon. Who's Jables?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jables.
No,
Right.
yeah, no. That's
Don Lemon.
Don
Don
Lemon.
Lemon. I am
okay with.
Jables Boogly
okay
is
with.
from here on.
I am an award-winning journalist.
Award-winning journalist, top tier.
Everyone defer to Don Lemon in the chat.
Yeah.
In the Discord.
And actually, no.
Don Limes.
Everyone needs to tweet at Don Lemon on Twitter to tell him to give up his Twitter name for the real Don Lemon. Because honestly, we know he is secretly just Don Rickles. And he needs to give it up to the real black man.
I have won both an Emmy Award and an Edward R. Murray Award. Okay?
I have an Edward R. McMurray Award. It was given out by the University of Phoenix Journalism Department online.
I am not. I was born March 1st, 1966. I am Don Lemon.
Well, okay, everyone, you've just witnessed an incident of identity theft. Doesn't make any sense
Now I
because
know
honestly, who else
Now I
on
know your
earth?
Social Security number.
Who on earth outside of Don Lemon would want to be Don Lemon? Apparently, Jables. So that happened. Let's move on. Dem darts and war. What is your opinion of Joe Biden and his gorgeous silken legs?
He's got some sexy legs, man.
Oh,
I think
well.
I just want to lick him just a little bit.
Oh, to Jackson 81, this is not politics. And hello to the raid. Thank you, Think I'm Real, for raiding with a party of 7. No, this isn't about politics. This is about the velveteen nature of an elderly man's appendages. And I am glad you have reached our show after 2 hours and 41 minutes to reach this pivotal moment. I'm asking my party, would they pet the legs of our future not president? Or would they kiss his neck while he's not expecting it to give him a taste of his own medicine? I don't know. That's why I'm asking questions.
What is real anymore? All
I
right,
will not bounce on his
nothing's
lap.
real.
This
what?
gets worse the more high I get, by the way. So drag your answers out until my weed bag is gone. Perfectly fine.
Nothing is real. Nothing matters. Let's all just
Liquor of her lips.
Are you just quoting that Billie Eilish song you sent me?
No, that's not in that. Did you even listen to that song? That's not in that song. What the fuck are you talking about?
Listen, all because she's thin doesn't mean that Adele's lyrics don't hold as much punch as they used to. We have not discussed Adele once on this show, and that's because I don't discuss exes. Do you have any idea how horrible it is to have an album written about you? It's wonderful. It's the only time anyone outside of your ex-girlfriend acknowledges that you exist, and then she has to go get sexy, and you're like, well, why did I fuck that up? I didn't know you could do that. Good music, though. I hope you and Taylor Swift break up. We'll have 30 years of sad tunes to enjoy as a result.
I think if everyone became a nihilist and just focused on themselves, the world would be a much better place.
Oh, everyone would be thinner, yes. I agree.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Give up, and you'll lose weight. And I'm not joking here. It works.
Focus on yourself. Worry about yourself.
Oh,
Don't
no.
worry about anyone else.
Okay,
all right.
hang on. That point is fucking perfect. I want everyone to look upon this visage that I have now, right? This beautiful sculpted chin and the other chin that's tucked beneath the beard here. I want you to look at them, and I want you to see, this is me after I stopped giving a fuck. This was me before. Oh God, yes, that's the
don't give a fuck.
was the worst.
That's the point.
Worst internship I ever took. I mean, it just I looked.
Budweiser or Tecate?
I genuinely I looked like a lazily carved jack-o'-lantern. And now look at me. I'm about ready to hit South Beach with my ripped abs and my Budweiser can and my creepy steampunk glasses. I'm not going to touch your kids. I don't like them, but they are going in the van.
If you can afford a place in Orange County, California, you've made it. All right, that's a sign of success.
Yeah. Anyway, we were talking about Joe Biden's sexy leg hairs. Dina, you're not an American. You pretend to be. What is the Alaskan perspective on heavy petting with Joe Biden?
Oh, we oppose it heavily.
Well, I didn't hear any of that. I'm kind of glad.
Okay. Heavy petting of Joe Biden's legs. Well, I mean, I guess
she's
that's
actually going there, guys.
Is so that we would be willing to pet Joe Biden's hairy
Here's a question for you,
Out right now.
Dina.
Joe Biden doesn't have any hair. My whiskey drunk right now, Nick.
Well, Dina,
This subject.
if you happen to live in America, right, which you don't, because you're from Alaska, which is Canada Light, but if you happen to live here, I want to know.
Hey, stop bullying Dina, all right?
Would you rather would you rather pay taxes on your income, or would you rather give Joe Biden a calf massage?
Oh God.
The IRS is getting brutal, isn't it? Mm.
Oh man.
Dina is American, all right?
I love how paying.
She deserves as much respect as anyone else.
I just love how the fact that like the question of like paying the ordinary taxes we're all supposed to pay, which suck, or massaging Joe Biden, like, which one's worse?
Like even touching Joe Biden was bad. And you told me I didn't even hear that. You know, and besides, you know what? Alaska's not Canada like. Canada is Alaska like. Okay.
I'll touch Joe Biden for you.
Alaska is not Canada Light.
All right.
It's
That way you don't have to pay taxes.
I don't pay taxes right now anyway, but you won't get it then, so.
Yeah.
Alaska is not
You'll still have
Russia.
to pay taxes, but you'll get a big old cash payout to stay quiet.
Alaska is not Canada Light. It's basically just the IPA version of Russia.
Oh my God.
No, it's just an American territory, all right? Why are we all picking on Dina, all right?
We're not all picking on Dina. We were picking on you, and then you decided to make it all about Dina.
Why are you white knighting?
Yeah.
Isn't that a little cringy?
Exactly. Do you know she's not even from this country?
She is from this fucking country, all right? Fuck off.
What?
She's on the latrine? Fuck off. What?
All right. All right. Listen, no, that's a good point. Dina needs
Turn the
to
attention
finish.
back on me, all right?
Dina needs to
Focus on
finish.
me.
Dina needs to.
Don't forget Dina. Focus on me.
No, I'm saving her from you. I'm saying she needs to finish taking her dump. So, let's move on. Dragon's Breath. Dragon's Breath. Same question about Joe Biden's thighs. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you like to eat sushi off of them?
10. 10.
It depends on what I get.
Stop the ass kissing with you.
Like what's my reason behind it?
No, patriotism. Just pure patriotism.
And sushi.
Pure
Patriotism and sushi.
Yeah. Yeah. You get fed, and it's a public service. It's kind of like doing disaster relief, except they bring D'Angelo's.
Like the black guy from the 90s?
No, I just love how I mentioned D'Angelo's. Like, she knows the sandwich shop. She's like, I don't know that I'd save people for that.
Why not learn how to make your own sushi?
It's like bad Subway.
We'll give it.
There's something worse than Subway?
Apparently, Joe Biden's thighs, amongst many other things. So,
This just gets worse and worse.
well, I know this
So,
is
I
what
guess
happens when the show breaks that 2.5 hour margin. When we get there, I can't be held accountable for anything that anyone, including me, says. And this is why I'm trying to wrap it up. I just want to know your feelings about Joe Biden's thighs.
No,
why is this
Ron,
such a big deal?
You are always held accountable for everything you do, all right, Nick? All right? Whatever
Shouldn't we
you
just
do.
burn them with fire? I mean, why not?
Well, because his silky hairy legs will go up like paraffin paper. Poof, and it's gone. And then he's got silky smooth thighs like Joe Rogan. And then, what are you going to do about not massaging those things? You see, these are the priorities we need to be figuring out before November.
Your words can be violent, all right, Nick? Remember that.
I'm just talking about a light massage. I'm not trying to punch his thighs.
Here, let me, as Don Lemon, let me put it this way. I want Joe Biden to put me in a headlock so I can eat out his taint.
Well,
Shit.
there
Oh
we
my
go.
God.
That is goddamn. Listen, on that note, that is American patriotism to the nth degree. $2 from Catharsis saying Don Lemon is the real life Tom Dubois of Boondock Saints. And oh yeah, $1 from Brainwashed. As they say, Uber Eats in Sao Paulo is fast food for real. Do I have to play this, Brainwashed? Or can I just end the show before it gets so much worse?
Just play it.
It's not possible.
Fine,
anymore,
we'll
so
just
it's
play
already
it.
as bad as it can get.
We'll just play it. It's fine.
I mean, how could it be any worse than what's going on right now?
Because I might have other things I want to get to tonight.
Exactly.
Yeah, I kind of want to go to the store before it
done.
closes. Pack of smokes.
Play my microwave song. It's like 2 minutes.
Okay.
I fucking
Play
love
my
it.
microwave song.
Nick, you should just give this show to Dina, right? She's
What, the whole show? Like is this
Yeah,
like
just
you're
give
talking
it
like
to
it's
Dina.
reparations for like the oppression that I've spawned upon not Russia?
Yes,
Alaska?
yes. You've oppressed the Irish people enough.
I have not oppressed
the whole
any
thing.
of the. Listen, if I was capable of oppressing people, do you think I would bother doing a 3-time weekly show? No, I'd just get on with oppressor shit. That's really profitable. That's my point. I'm gonna play this video and then I'm gonna...
Being an oppressor isn't enough. It's smart. All right.
Crab, breathe. Gonna be okay.
It's almost over. Be over soon.
I'm just doing, and it's just some technical.
So I'm known as Licker of Hairy Legs. Why is Jables not known as Eater of Taints?
Because he's Don Lemon.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm
That's a given.
Jesus Christ!
I'm
I have to. All right, fine.
Don Lemon
Here,
and
look.
Eater of Taints are synonymous.
Let's watch this retarded stuff.
Can I get some more windmills?
Why are you doing
Are they running from the cops or something?
Yeah, I know.
Hey, get back here. I got you. Hold on. That's not called the beauty.
There's nothing I have to the place before.
Para, filha da puta! Sai!
I'll be honest with you.
that was boring. I don't know what that was, but can I have my
What-
life back?
Brainwash, what's the point of this?
I can actually see better with one.
Oh,
eye.
Brainwash in the chat. Just saying they're fast.
Well, Sonic
What
is
the fuck?
fast.
No,
but
no,
Okay.
Gotta go fast.
Nick. I think you're actually
Oh,
onto
wait.
something here. You can decrease alcoholism. Oh my god, I can hear myself. Oh my god.
Apparently,
That's
I
all
was
you
muted, and the audience didn't hear me screaming at you. that
Nick,
it's-
you're
it's-
muted.
It's definitely time to go. There's a lot of other things going on right now. I need to attend to them.
Matt, let's narrate Nick's voice and see what he's really saying.
I swear to Christ, I will slit all of your throats when I'm done doing the very important business I need to get to, which I need to end the show.
The trouble I've seen.
Oh wait, I was muted in here. I was muted in Discord. I get that I was muted in 2 places now. I understand this, and that's why you guys kept. I have important things to get to. This show was great, and it's over. So. Say goodbye to your sharing screen. Oh, I'm gonna give it a happy face because it was a great stream that I did on Discord. You keep talking. No one will hear you because you were double muted too. But
No.
I am gonna go. This has been a fantastic show. 3 hours we've been going. That's more than anyone deserves. Time to go. Good night, and I'll see y'all on Monday. Tomorrow night's movie night. I'll see you then, but